Hey, welcome everybody. Today we will be doing more banana bestball, and we have the co-founders with us today. So I've had some questions on this, and like just some not like negative things, but things I'm not like I'm a little uncertain on how like all the spins and all that stuff work. Because there's a lot to it, and it's only positive. So, I personally like clarity on things as well. So.
Well, we're excited to, get into all the questions, dive into it, draft with you. I mean, because we're gonna draft with you, know that most likely you will win first place now.
Oh,
So
okay.
there, you got maybe think about, okay, what would I do with the first place prize now and
Well,
all
he
this
already
stuff.
he promised he would take me to a Chiefs game at Arrowhead.
I
So
mean, I would have no problem.
I'm good.
So I used to go to KC uh, about every once a year to once every other year, uh, but now ticket prices are pretty nuts.
How much are tickets? Oh, man.
So my dad and I used to go every year, and we would sit like third, fourth, fifth row on like an end zone. So it was between 200 and 300, and now which was reasonable, but it's also 6.5 hours from me. So
Wow,
So
that's
like
pretty
it
long.
was an entire weekend thing. So it was like for the trip, it was like 1,500, $1,500, right?
Right.
So whenever the tickets went doubled, basically, like it became less of a thing we were both willing to do. So
Are nosebleeds like $100 or something? A little over.
well, if I'm gonna drive 6 hours, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sit high. Like no,
Definitely.
like I mean, like I've already spent all that money to get the hotel to drive. Like gas is, more than the tickets would be at the nosebleeds. So
Yeah.
like, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and hit the join button. Where you got and I was before Boris got on here, I asked Richard like how this is going to work, if you guys are going to jump in with me or not. But uh, it's whatever. The one thing I did want to say is I generally say with all my guests that like I do an equity split with them, and because you guys are co-founders, you're not allowed to win prizes, right? So that can't happen. So I just want that to be out there in the open. I'm sure we'll do some kind of party if it happens. So
When it happens.
yeah, when it happens. Yeah. All right. So there's 5 of 10 for anybody who wants to jump in. Let me. I'm gonna set up my screen a little different than I usually do. All right. I think so. I'll be looking off to the side a little more. That's with two guests. I can't like I usually just hide because I have a widescreen monitor, so I can just make a smaller screen and then watch my guest on the side. But with two, I can't see both of you. So,
Whatever makes sense, man. Whatever makes sense. We got two more. We need two more to fill this draft.
all right. So while we're waiting, and let me know whenever it does pop.
Okay.
I want to go over this because this is pretty awesome. This new user thing. I just did my first deposit, and I did the 10 and got 5 free. And if you looked at the beginning, I have 22 drafts. So I got the 5 free. I got the bonus spin because I got 3 spins. I don't know why I got 3 spins. I was expecting one. I
No,
don't.
yeah, you got it. I try to explain to you. It's just because there was like the issues with the
Oh,
code.
yeah, yeah. Because I'm an idiot when it comes to crypto. Crypto.
No, well, I just feel bad. Like
No, no, it's all good.
as a user, like the whole thing about like what we're okay. By the way, it failed, so we can talk about this
All right.
during
Yeah,
it.
no, like I am an idiot when it comes to crypto.
Let's not. No. We're like it's all on you, dude. Like when me and my brother don't come from like the crypto world, right? Like for example, my brother is a musician. You know what I'm saying? So like
Okay.
coming from in 2021, we came into the crypto world. Like we were also like, okay, how does this work? What is going?
Yeah.
It takes time. You know what I'm saying? For that, I don't mean to. I don't know if you want
That
to. What pick are we? Seven.
we are 7. So we got in the YouTube chat here, we got Victor. We have this
Going up
guy.
against Matthew Berry today.
Uh I don't know what Disco calls you. Let me know. I don't know your usernames. So JT's here.
Hey,
He's
Jason.
going live in a little while himself with a special guest as well. It's like in 30 minutes. If you want to head over there, you can subscribe to him as well. Aaron Sandy, RM Covers, and Dirty P, found where the Gid and Slappies hang out. All right, so go ahead. Yeah, about the crypto stuff.
Well, yeah, I just was saying it just takes time, and like for example, we've been like like our Spoiled Banana Society, we created it in 2021. So like in our minds, we were like, okay, Web2 users are people that play Underdog, I don't even think Underdog was there during 2000. But I'm saying like best ball people or DraftKings people, there's no way people were going to play at that point. So it took us only this year where we're like, okay, we're going to add social login, right? Where you can create a Gmail or create or connect with X, where it creates a wallet for you. And then we're having situations where you can use a debit card. And there's still certain hurdles where it's not like 100% proof. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think we're getting to a point where it's better and better for people.
Well, yeah. So for me, my bank is very, very anti letting me use my card for anything, basically. Like, so,
for sure.
And then for some reason, it wasn't accepting my credit, even through PayPal. So I had to make a Coinbase account, which actually cost more money because I had all the fees, right?
Yeah,
but,
that's a nightmare.
But I mean, I think this is a smash. What?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I've been watching
a question.
Huh?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rich. He was asking you what?
Sorry, I was phrasing. No, I've been watching your streams. So if we're getting LAR wide receiver 1 at 7, I mean that is.
Yeah, you were saying you think it should be a top 3 pick, right?
I think they should be at 3. Like the number 1, I think Puka is arguable to be ahead of CD Lamb and Jefferson if you really want. I don't put them there because you just have too much. But when you get to add in, like I think it could be 2 because I think it's clear in this that Cincinnati wide receiver 1 is absolutely the number 1 pick because Higgins is easily the best wide receiver 2 in the league, right? And you had the best wide receiver 1 as well. But like Devontae Adams, I think is pretty easily the best wide receiver 2, and I don't think Puka is very far behind those 2.
No, I agree. And the Rams offense is, Rams offense.
Yeah,
is insane.
And I'm I don't know if you know, I'm 42. Like I know some people say I don't look that. I am, but like my back's hurt for 9-10 years. Like it doesn't cause me not to function and be able to do my daily job. Like I am not worried about Matt Stafford having a hurt back, a guy who's been through all these training camps. Like I am not worried at all. I've done, like I work in a warehouse, so I do physical labor all the time. Yes, it sucks at times, but like, and you might like every once in a while it may suck even more, but he has access to the best drugs known to man working for working for an NFL franchise. I'm sure he could find something to supplement a little back pain.
I was gonna say like, my wife's I have to say it. My wife will kill me, but my wife's a chiropractor. If you ever need, if she's ever nearby.
So, what do you think? Do you like?
I don't like LVRB1, man. I think they go way too early, personally. Like,
yeah, I think that in this, I do think that this is a better pick. I think it's 50-50. Like, I think Detroit RB1 should also be the first.
Oh, interesting. Because of the catches.
Well,
Right. Philly doesn't have 2 yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like every other situation is like, yes, they have the guy who gets all the touches. But when David Montgomery got hurt last year, before that, him and Gibbs were both top 10 running backs,
100%
at fantasy points. So
RB2, Detroit RB2, I think is a sweet.
Right. And like if Detroit RB2 is like super underpriced because nobody wants the RB2s, like don't you think that Detroit RB1 should be worth even more?
Yeah. No,
like
agree.
And BGK was asking, so injuries don't matter over here. They technically do, but the cool thing about this format is it kind of softens the blow. So you get the highest scoring player each week. So, if Detroit running back won, if Gibbs gets injured, you still have David Montgomery who can get the highest scoring points that week. So, something like Cincinnati wide receiver 1, like, of course it sucks if Jamar Chase goes down and probably, eliminate some of your ceilings, but you still have T. Higgins who can score a bunch of points, kind of softening. You're not dead, right? On
Right.
other platforms, you if you lost Jamar Chase, you're done pretty much.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it definitely hurts.
For sure. No one's going to say it doesn't hurt.
Dirty piece that injuries matter if you get Jets wide receiver 1. I agree with that one. So something like that works.
Yeah. And like, I mean, Arizona as well. Like, that's a massive thing.
Is Michael Wilson is he the second one? I don't even know.
He's the second one. He had that full role last year and somehow only had 478 yards or whatever.
It was so bad. Dude.
Like I'm gonna look it up real quick. I keep a file up at all times.
And maybe you could settle this debate. Me and my brother have every single time we get to that spot we just had. LAC wide receiver 1 or Atlanta wide receiver 1. I'm huge into Ladd. He thinks Drake London is a smash pick there.
I think it's probably pretty equal. And I mean, I do like Mooney more than the wide receiver 2 and LAC.
That's the thing.
But I love the wide receiver 3 with Trey Harris way above Ray McLeod. So I think it's basically a toss up. So
I was saying the same thing, Rich. I was saying it is a toss up for sure. It's close.
And I think Tampa are like his Rashad White will have big good games as well, and Bucky we all know can explode.
The people's champion.
The thing is that also like based on what happened last year as a rookie, to me, I feel like getting someone in the 3rd round like that is nice. Is super.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And people, I don't think people. And by the way, it was 548 yards, so I did sell him short. But in that 548 yards, I don't think he ever had a game over 14 points in full PPR.
I had him in fantasy.
I feel like he had like one.
No,
he might have had one game that was.
I've went over this a couple times. This is one of my stands. Like, I don't think Michael Wilson is draftable.
No,
at all.
I would never.
In a 20 round, yes.
Yeah, his over under receiving yards every week was like 44 and a half, 42 and a half. And I'd be like, that's so easy.
It's easy to go to under,
Never gets it.
Yeah. So what do you guys think about my idea for in the very first stream I done where I took the Las Vegas tight end and went naked because of the 2 of 10. What do you think that is too wild? Because you give up points when a single week, but it is you have a 20% advance rate here.
Yeah.
So you secure you give up a lot in this format specifically, taking the elite tight end. Like you really do, because these numbers are going to be higher. So this has to work out. And if it doesn't work out, you're probably dead.
Yeah.
So I think you have to lean into it. And I refuse to do the 0 tight end or the single tight end things that some people do in like other websites. So, but here, I think because of the advance rate, and I think if the advance rates are like this, you can argue it.
Yeah, I think you definitely could. I find it a little tough because I like a lot of the later tight ends, like Ferguson, Ertz, Goddard. Lots of guys going late who I think have a chance. Of course, not Brock Bowers ceiling, but yeah, if you grab one, I think having a missed week at the tight end position, not the worst especially if you're grabbing a late tight end. It's like 5 points you're missing out on.
All right, this actually feels pretty good if we can get that. I don't love the other wide receivers. I think the Green Bay. Yeah, I think we just do that. I have a really hard. Actually, I'm gonna pivot.
Whoa. Okay.
Whoa.
Sorry, I pivot.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, it's your job. Hey. I would love to hear the reasoning.
Yeah, I'd love to hear it too.
Hampton is the man. Like I have 19%, like 18.9% Hampton pre-draft. I'm 18% post-draft, and I've always been him over everything else. On top of that, Hampton will be the pass catcher there out of the backfield. I know he didn't really show it in college, But like if you look at current underdog drafts, Hampton's going at 30 and above. Like he goes a couple picks behind
Jacobs.
behind Jacobs right now. So I don't, and I actually take him ahead of Jacobs
Makes sense.
in the new time box. So I do think that like with that, like you're probably getting a little less value in this because you have to beat people that drafted the entire time, and he's probably been drafted down here a bunch. So basically, what I'm doing is it's also going to be more unique.
Yeah.
Number one, I think stacking a team is probably less effective here as well, because like
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it is, but I do think that the Chargers could be one of the top. Probably maybe not top 5, but easily like 6, 7, or 8 at overall offense.
When you're doing something like that, grabbing a wide receiver and a running back, hopefully nobody in this draft is watching this. But are you targeting a quarterback in something like that if you had the opportunity?
I mean, every time you take a player from a team, it elevates how important that quarterback is to your team. So for this, like, I mean, I think that Herbert is underrated anyway, and maybe Trey Lance is the truth now. I don't believe that.
We'll find out tomorrow. We'll find out tomorrow.
Right? It's tonight, isn't it?
Oh, tonight.
Oh no, it is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It is Wednesday. My bad.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we got so we got to shout out everybody in here. We got Fantasy Couch, we got Has 3 Kids, Crypto HX, Sweet, 401 Doge, Ace John, myself, Crampy G, 49er Guru did make it. Congratulations. And somebody who had not found the pencil like I did in the first draft.
Speaking of which, 41 Doge though, it's his first draft.
Is it?
Yeah.
Congratulations, sir. That's awesome. And you did I see right about you ran a promo for this draft specifically?
Yep.
Yeah. If you're in this draft and the next one or two that we do, you will get a banana wheel spin where you can win 20 free drafts, jackpot league, bunch of cool stuff.
I think I want Seattle RB here.
You think you want the problem is like you only have 2 wide receiver. You're okay to just not.
Yeah, so you only start 2 and you right?
Yeah.
But I guess you only start 1 running back.
No, two running backs.
Yeah,
But
so like
flex.
my goal is to flex the running back.
Yeah.
So like these have to win. If these 2 aren't winning, the team's worse. I think with starting 2 wide receivers, you either go a third wide receiver to make sure your flex is heavier there, but running backs generally score more points at the as a flex. So especially in full PPR, like we have Tampa Bay who has 2. Like Bucky had 47 receptions last year, and a lot of people don't realize that. We have probably a bell cow back with the whole Najee situation going on. And Kenneth Walker will, like, the one thing that they did there, I know it's a new offensive coordinator in Seattle, but it's a new offensive coordinator a lot because they wanted to run the ball more, like the head coach wanted to. That's kind of why Ryan Grubb got pushed out. And assuming that the new OC, which is Clint Kubiak, does what they did last year, they kind of only ran one guy every week. Like when Sharps was the guy, he smashed those couple weeks. So I think because they run a bell cow like that, and Kenneth Walker had 50 receptions, and that absolutely shocked me. They had 46 receptions last year, and that was part of his the negative profile on him is that he couldn't catch. So we elevate our floor there quite a bit.
Sure, Richard would kill me if I did this stuff on the founder draft. Richard would always.
I just hope our next pick somebody falls to us here. I believe
because Richard's whole thing is it would be important to try to get 4-4.
It's not 4-4. I just think realistically, what this is going to result in is
you're going to get a lot of 2s,
wide receiver 2s.
Yeah.
I'm fine with
Oh,
the wide
no.
receiver twos.
There's one left there.
There's one left, yeah.
Kind of got lucky there.
I would actually rather have this.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I'm honestly pretty high on LV wide receiver 1, but
Are you?
no. Yeah, please go Cincinnati. If you want Cincinnati, I'm not.
Yeah, I think I would rather have the Cincinnati wide receiver 2. I think that they're going to be awful on defense, and we're just going to have a whole bunch of points. Like, there's a reason T. Higgins and Jamar Chase both go that high. So last year, and fantasy points per game, we'll go up over here. So this is fantasy points per game. That is not sorted correctly. So fantasy points per game, Jamar Chase 19.97, T. Higgins 15.63 per game he played. So, like, let's say that's lessened by 10%. Like, that's still 13 points every week. Like,
yeah, I think I think that the tough part is that you just need more things to go right. It probably will, but with something like LV1, all you really need is Jacoby Myers or somebody to have a good game. When you're grabbing a 2, you need 2 people to have a good game. Like, you need Jamar Chase to go off and T. Higgins to go off. Realistically, that is what's going to happen every week.
I mean,
like
yeah,
you're saying.
a lot of times.
It's just more things.
You're not wrong, but here's my, like, when you get to the finals, you need to beat X amount of teams. So you need ceiling. Which has higher ceiling? Cincinnati wide receiver 2?
True.
Or, well, Las Vegas. Like, I'm going to assume that it's kind of 50-50.
Yeah, because Myers did pretty well.
Like,
he has a couple 20s.
You spinning it like that, I think Cincinnati wide receiver 2 has a way higher ceiling.
Yeah, because
1 week sample size.
I'm not trying to just advance. I want to advance and win.
Oh, so you want to win? Okay,
right? Yeah.
No one in our current contest actually wants to.
Yeah,
playoffs.
yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, I will. Sorry, I will be the guy to take all the money. If people will allow me to have it, I could use it. Like,
and I really want to go to a Chiefs game, guys. So
yeah,
let this happen.
Yeah, it's the Arrowhead is fantastic. I was at the classic Brady game where he threw his helmet.
God. Wow.
Yeah, I was at that classic Brady game. I was at the game they moved, the playoff game against the Steelers, where the Steelers never scored a touchdown and we lost. And Le'Veon had 250 rushing yards. And yeah, I've been a lot of the games I've been to have been awesome games. So
have I asked how long have you been a Chiefs fan? Has it been like you're like from the get go? Yeah.
Yeah. No, so I think he bandwagoned a couple years.
I'm just thinking, here you got like you, Richard.
As soon as Travis Kelce started dating Taylor Swift.
Yeah. Same.
That's when it was.
Have you seen Happy Gilmore 2, by the way?
I have not.
He's in
hold
it.
on. We could take Cincinnati.
I kind of like
here.
that. I kind of like that. Honestly.
And like that, like, I don't know, like, I don't love, like, it is a stack.
Yeah,
but like if Cincinnati wide receiver 2 is hitting,
yeah,
Joe Burrow's definitely hitting.
Exactly.
Right.
And you still have another chance to hit an RB1 on the way back, so it's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. So so the real thing, I didn't really start watching football at all until I was like 10 or 11 ish. I don't remember the exact age, but I kind of liked the the Rams weren't even in St. Louis at that point. And I hate, like, I've always been I don't root for the local team, but I like the whole, like, as a little kid, I like the whole Arrowhead chop thing. But I also really like the Niners, and I kind of rooted for both. And then KC traded for Joe Montana, and then I became just a Chiefs fan. Because, like, my favorite player of all time is still to this day Christian Okoye. The Nigerian Nightmare. If you've never watched him play, just go watch some videos of that man.
Honestly, do not even remember that. I've been watching.
He was early 90s.
Okay, that makes sense.
Like
I'm 89, so that
his 30 for 30 is one of the best. Like,
really?
I mean, it hit home for me, so that's one reason.
So what's his name again? I need to watch it.
Christian Okoye, the Nigerian Nightmare.
I'm watching highlights right now.
I just watched.
So he came to the U.S. on a discus scholarship, had never even seen football.
Wow.
And like at his college, like he was from Nigeria, right? And at his college, he's walking by, he's like, "What's this?" And they're like, he's like, "I could do that." And they're like, No, you can't. And then he got out there, he put pads on, and he absolutely done it. Like he just destroyed it.
This guy's like a 7-foot tank.
Bro, what? They took all the twos, but there you go. There we go. I mean, we were talking about it, so we can. Yep. I love it.
So there is something else. Yeah, I think this is a zero tight end build. Like we just go 2 defense, 3 tight ends, or maybe even just 2. We might just kind of go skimpy at tight end with this team.
Dare I say that Kyle Pitts? No, I'm kidding.
Like I'm actually fine stopping with just these 3 wide receivers.
Interesting. Yeah, especially the
if I have to.
Are the buys good? I haven't looked at
it. That's a great question.
We got week 8, we got week 12, we got week 10, so we are fine. It is a little scarier doing that because one of them is a wide receiver too.
Yeah.
So like that does make it a little worse, but we're absolutely flexing one of these running backs every week.
Yeah.
So like we if we need to embrace volatility, we could do it at the wide receiver position because that's where we've spent our biggest capital.
I like the team, man. And honestly,
I really like it.
This is the thing, man. What I love about, like with Underdog and DraftKings, for sure, like you can never know what's going to happen ever.
No.
But like there's interesting strategies like, okay, I know this. But with team positions and this being so early and all that, like it's crazy to me from someone being like, oh, okay, like this can't completely happen when it's like there are so many different strategies and so many dynamics that like it's hard to argue. Like, I don't know. Like, I feel like there's different strategies.
I don't know if it's right, but as you're building a team, you have to do what you feel is right for that specific team. And every situation
is different, right?
It may just be how you woke up that day. Like, yeah. And who knows what day is the day you feel right to draft the right team. Dirty P here says Okoye is what flipped me to be a KC fan. I was undecided between Detroit and KC. Chose Okoye over Barry. No regrets. Like Okoye, man, like he was the first, like he was one of those big guys that was kind of nimble. Like he kind of tried to dance around too much, but whenever he did put his pads down, he just ran over people. So like he was a threat. Like if it was now and I was doing like a prospect profile on him, I probably wouldn't like him as much, but he was awesome to watch as a 10, 11, 12-year-old,
Do you know who I just watched? Everybody's okay. Well, let's do this pick first.
This pick is pretty obvious to me. Did the Ram or so we could do this.
As a fellow Chiefs fan, we all were fighting a concussion in jail time. It's not that much to overcome.
Yeah, but they're still gonna kick ass.
Oh, there we go. It is there. Yeah, I wanted Herbert there. I just didn't see it whenever I go. It's because we have the double stack, we might as well pull it up, and we're good here because we have week 12. So like, if Cincinnati wide receiver 2 is not hitting, this isn't working. And if this and this isn't working, like that's obviously not working either, right? So, I think we could stop at 2 quarterbacks here if we need to.
Yeah, no, I think
we're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And Detroit RB2, kind of like Cincinnati wide receiver 2, are like, I think, underrated. I think Cincinnati wide receiver 2 could go even higher. possibly. Like, I think you could argue it over Buffalo wide receiver 1. Maybe not
Dang,
Cleveland
that's high.
or New Orleans, but I I mean, you've seen the points per game there, right?
Oh, I agree. 15 points per game is a lot.
Yeah, and I mean, I know that that doesn't mean that every week they score 13 points a game or whatever,
Yeah.
right? Like, you're still going to get some low points there. You're going to get some 7s and 8s and stuff. But like those two wide receivers last year, Higgins had 10 touchdowns and Jefferson had 17. And do we really think Jermaine Burton's going to be the guy out there, like, making a big deal, like changing that? And the weeks he does, you still win.
Hey, that's team
So
position.
like,
Let's go.
there you go. That's another thing about this product. Like, if you don't know who the wide receiver 3 is, like, you still get access to that.
100%.
Aaron really wants us to draft a Vikings player.
A Vikings player. All right, so I think we go tight end here. Cleveland's probably fine. I like a lot of these guys.
Same. I like Dallas a lot. I mean, he just got paid too. Personally,
Chicago is gone, so yeah, I think we just take Cleveland's here. It's an ugly situation. Nobody likes drafting any of the Browns. Like, everything about the Browns is awful, but like,
there is upside though. Like we know the upside there.
They're still going to be losing games. Like, they're going to be throwing a lot. And like, I actually really like Harold Fannin, like, as a prospect. So like, let's say that, like, worst case scenario happens in the other formats and you get David Njoku traded and he goes to a situation that he doesn't really mesh with the guy. He has to learn the new offense, all that stuff. Well, in this, it doesn't matter because you still have Harold Fannin, who apparently is looking okay at camp right now. And they're probably going to run him in some slot situations from what I've heard. That's their goal to, like, by midseason. And so, like, post by week 9, like, I'm sure you've heard of the bye week rookie bump and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Post by rookie bump. Like, I would assume the end of the year is when we're going to see a lot of that. I could, like, I'm going to guess Deontay Johnson, like, gets cut or something by that point. But he starts off, he has like 3 major weeks and then gets mouthy and gets cut. You know, not that it's ever happened before.
No. What happens is this is what happens. The first game, he scores 30 points. Everybody uses all their fab on him.
Yeah.
Like usually, and then he doesn't score any points the rest of the season.
So like Sammy Watkins.
Yep, like Sammy Watkins, like Likely.
Yeah,
like
I hate fab. Like, I try to trade my fab away in every single league. Like, if it's a dynasty and I can trade my fab for any pick, like, you could almost get, like, for the last round pick, I'll give you like a fourth of my fab. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, and then whenever I make a decision, it's never the right one.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Yeah. Last year, I was like I missed the first couple, and then I'm like, like, when Pacheco went down, I was like, all right, let's pick a guy, and I just dumped it all into Carson Steele.
Yeah.
What did my brother? My brother was obsessed with him.
Well, so like, did you've seen my X profile picture, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Carson Steele riding the alligator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like,
so sad, man. And he had a good game. He had like a decent game the first week, too.
Yeah. All right, so we could still use another wide receiver if we really wanted. What is available? I mean, Detroit wide receiver.
I love Detroit. I mean, Aaron's going to be upset we don't take Minnesota wide receiver too, but Detroit wide receiver.
Actually, Minnesota works better, I believe. Yes. Because of bye weeks.
There you go, Aaron. We did it.
There you go. I was going to say Minnesota tight end, but Minnesota wide receiver.
Yeah, so I mean, there was a week last year. I was heavy on Justin Jefferson last year. And there was a week that he was wide receiver 1. And he ended up wide receiver 4 and Addison ended up wide receiver 2.
Easy blow up game.
The thing is they blow up at the same time a little bit. So So like they have a bye week 6. So we have a bye week 6, a bye week 8 wide receiver 2s, and they are bye week 8. So the wide receiver 2, was it, who was the other team? Was it the Rams?
For what?
Detroit. Yeah, they're by week 8. So I couldn't remember who we were looking at, but I remembered it was by week 8. So now we're absolutely solid everywhere.
Agreed.
We just need
Tight end and defense.
two defenses and probably two more tight ends.
Yeah.
I think I'm perfectly fine just keeping those two quarterbacks. I think I'm perfectly fine keeping no matter what here, I feel really good about it.
Curious why you didn't want to grab Philly defense when we grabbed Njoku. I was surprised Baltimore defense went ahead of them too.
I don't care about defense at all in any shape or in any manner. I think every year, yes, Denver's defense is going to be fantastic. There's a defense on here that hasn't been taken yet that's going to be, I think, top 4, top 5. But for fantasy points, it's all about sacks and getting turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
So there are certain, I've drafted Cleveland's defense in all 3 of these I've done.
Oh wow!
Right, I remember.
They're great. They're great. They used to be amazing too.
Well, they added Mason Taylor. They have Myles Garrett.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Houston's beauty too. I love the Texans.
This is the one. Yeah.
I love Texans. Oh yeah, all day.
Yeah, I think they're going to be. They could easily be top 5.
Bro, they were getting 20+ points per game for 3 or 4 or 5 games. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, and I will never be the team to draft
a defense
a Denver, a Philadelphia, a Baltimore. If they happen to be the team that's the absolute nuts in the final week, I lose. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, but we don't want you to lose. We're trying to get you to win, okay?
Yeah, but
I know
there's gonna almost every single week there's multiple defenses that score 20-ish points.
And it's so matchup. When the Eagles play the Chiefs, we're scoring 40 points on them.
There's
you really talk about that when you just got destroyed, sir? Come on now.
Well, so the bad thing about this is for the week 17 correlation, we did the absolute worst thing we could do.
Yeah.
So we definitely need to go 3 defenses because Houston plays the Chargers in week 17. So we have our defense versus that. Mm-hmm. So for this specifically, we probably need to go tight end next and then 2 more defenses.
Or hear me out. Running back 2 fumble defense touchdown. Now the game is out of hands and Justin Herbert has to throw for 40 points or something.
I mean, yeah, that could work. There's all kinds of ways that could work. And the other reason I'm huge on Cleveland defense, do you know who they play week 17?
Let me guess.
It's an offense. It's an offense I am not in on at all.
Saints? That's the one offense I think.
The Saints.
It's Steelers.
Yeah. See that, yeah.
I could see that being a 10-13 game. I mean, Aaron Rodgers, he will probably cook in one of his last games of his career. We assume you never know. But that's another reason I think it's pretty bullish to be on them. All right, so we have a lot of these. We could correlate this. I think that would be fine.
That a lot.
That way we're that way we have multiple outs. We're not just relying on that wide receiver 2 to hit. We have multiple outs to beat the wide receiver 1, Cincy.
Yeah, exactly. Especially because we don't have the wide receiver.
Because most Burrow teams are going to have the Cincinnati. I don't think very many people out there. I don't know. You guys probably have data, but I think that, and at this point, the ADP matters a lot less, right?
100%.
So we're just building out a team, and this team needs it's pretty reasonable that against the Cardinals in that last week, Jamar Chase has 20, T. Higgins has 15, and Gesicki has 11, and that means Joe Burrow put up 30-ish, right? And that could be like that. That's close to quarterback one usually, a 30-point game. So like that's the situation. That's the story we're giving for how this could work out. I do think that if you want to go, like I do think I didn't think anything about this, but like using Cincinnati wide receiver 2 and Cincinnati quarterback, I think adding this makes way more sense. I think that is almost a must in this.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Slam dunk pick. Are you doing any like a bring back, like grabbing Arizona, tight end here or something like that in drafting?
I do that stuff when it makes like when I don't have to really reach on ADP. I don't know how big your finals is. How big was your finals last year? Because I don't know.
Last year, I believe it was 30, around 30, I think.
Yeah, my math was that if it gets to 1,000, it'll be around 50 to 60.
Yeah, we're estimating like 50 to 100 or something.
I think it's gonna be more.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be closer to 100 if it does get to 1,000.
Yeah, and it's only top 20 that get paid. Like you get like the 0.1 for advancing, right?
Yeah.
But the prizes in that week, there's no extra prizes until 20, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, I mean that's something we're considering, whether we pay out more prizes in the finals or we add it to the top.
I assume it's getting a little bigger than you are expecting it to, and that's why you're looking at that.
I mean, we just hit 100% guarantee. We just hit the 100% basically. We're like
nice, and it's early.
It's early. That's what I'm saying. Most people are still not drafting. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're excited for August. I mean, last year, I mean, it was like dead. Like dead until the last like basically 2 weeks of the season, and that's when like everybody drafted. So.
All right, so I actually think I just want another tight end, and then I'll just fit in another defense.
We can go Chargers. Is that weird to go Chargers tight end?
I kind of think so. I don't want that.
I kind of, what I personally like. I love Tennessee tight end a lot. Jackson, it's like I just think like a Tennessee tight end did really well last year.
I think I got the right player.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I got Jacksonville. So yeah, I do like Tennessee tight end quite a bit as well.
Exactly. Like look what he did last year. Towards the end of the year with the new QB, with what's his name, Mason Rudolph and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, Jason, we're doing another job.
I just clicked that at the end because I had 2 seconds. Whenever I unclicked it, I lost where Tennessee was. Like I do think Tennessee is a good pick.
To queue. I mean, it's harder to queue and do that. And yeah, Jacksonville's a great
pick.
Pick.
Right. Yeah.
Also, the Saints tight end, Juwan Johnson.
He just got hurt. So
today,
I don't think it was major. I haven't seen anything else.
Today, okay, that makes me feel a little better. I didn't see it today. That makes me.
Bro, why would you want anything Saints related? That's just the scariest to me. That's the scariest team. I don't know.
Upside.
I actually think the Saints are kind of fun because they play Tennessee in that last week. They're two teams that are going to be both fighting for like a top. Like I think the Titans will be an okay team, like a 6 to 8 win team. I don't think they're going to be as bad as a lot of people.
No, I'm actually.
But the Saints will be really bad, but they will be trotting a lot of players out there, and teams that play from behind.
Yeah, score points.
Like they either do nothing or they score a lot of points. So
for sure. I mean, but we saw the Saints were down by a lot of points and they did the nothing part last year. So we'll see,
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it was 2 years ago that nobody wanted anything to do with the Jets-Browns game.
Yep.
And that game was absolutely chaotic.
You never know, man. You never know these types of things.
Of course, that's why you play it. That's why you play it.
Yeah, so here I like a lot of these. I've talked up Cleveland enough that I think they got drafted.
Yeah,
they got drafted. I think it's smart for anybody. Like they just has 3 kids just at Cleveland, and I'm not saying that I'm the reason they did. I mean, it's the last round.
No. We're gonna find out where that guy lives. Has 3 kids.
Yeah.
I'm banning him right now.
Make sure that he has 3 kids.
Make sure he has 3 kids.
No, he's an awesome member. He's cool.
So there's a team I will never draft the defense of, and that's Carolina. And this team, like, we definitely can't go Arizona's defense because that would be against both of our week 17 quarterbacks. So that would not make any sense. So we're already running thin. Like, we kind of need to hit the nuts here, probably. There is a team I like quite a bit. I'm really shocked Indy is last.
Well, that's why you probably want to pick them, honestly, because how many people are going to have them? I mean, that's the way I look at it too.
I think the Giants, they have an awesome defensive line. And I think the most projectable thing, at least to get you through the season, is to have the better defensive lines. Because all sacks are worth 1. Sacks create pressure. Pressure creates bad throws. That creates pick sixes. So, like, as long as you target good defensive lines, which is why I'm very in on Cleveland's defense for this format, like, you're increasing your variance to get that pick six that can win you the whole thing.
It's just so hard for me to think Giants defense, but I agree.
I mean, they have 3 first-round DNs, right? They have.
I agree. Yeah, it's just previous bias stuff. I agree.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, and I mean, historically, their defensive lines have been good too. So, and not that matters for this.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through chat real quick. Houston. Yeah. Aaron Sandy called it. New England has second easiest strength schedule. So New England was the other one. And one thing I was going to say, like, I do kind of like New England a little over the Giants. But like for this team, I kind of want New England in like a three defense team. I don't know why. It's maybe I was just feeling New York this time, basically. But like, I believe Drake May is going to be awesome. I believe they're going to move the ball a lot.
Same.
They weren't allowed to spend money on offense in the offseason. So they had to spend it on defense. So like all of those things together to me means that defense should actually be significantly better. They have one of the best corners in the league, right? Like who he got hurt as well. I don't think it was very bad. I might not like I kind of just skim over the defensive looks like that, but I believe that Christian Gonzalez, it was a minor thing, but maybe I'm wrong. Chat can correct me. I do think that they will be good.
He was a beast last year. I mean,
yeah.
No one can do anything until he got
right. Hurt. And they beefed up that defensive line, which is the whole thesis of getting the interceptions. And with their defense being fresher, because they should sustain drives a little better, and they have they're absolutely gonna like the Josh McDaniels offense. Like they've already alluded that they're gonna do more design quarterback runs, that is the thing. Like you keep the defense fresh doing that because you keep the clock going, all that stuff. Like there's a lot of and the Giants could just be a disaster on offense. Like so, like I do think that the market has it right with New England over the Giants. I do think the Giants' upside is better.
Makes sense.
In a single week. So here's the team. We got Cincinnati QB, LAC quarterback. I think that's thin, but it's good enough to me. Chargers, like we invested heavily into Cincinnati. So if that doesn't hit, the rest of the team doesn't hit. And that's like whenever you have a bet that fizzles, it's better to have the entire bet fizzle because it doesn't matter, right? Like I would rather miss all 5 legs of my parlay than one, like I would rather just have been wrong.
I like that.
Tampa Bay running back 1, LAC running back 1, and Seattle running back 1. We pulled up LAC running back 1, partially because I think that's where it should end up being, and partially because it also creates a little bit of uniqueness because now we have 2 picks in that next round. So Seattle, LAC, RB1 will probably be rarely paired. There's been 570-ish drafts already, right? Like which number?
Okay. 606, I think.
606. So there was 600 drafts. I doubt that that's happened a whole lot because the LAC Charger running back has probably been slightly moving up, but not to this degree. So they've been going with Seattle quite a bit. So I'm going to guess that's a little unique. And then Detroit RB2, easily, in my opinion, the best RB2. And then LA, like all the LAC or Los Angeles wide receivers just living over there. We got Cincinnati and Minnesota wide receiver twos, Cleveland, Cincinnati, tight end, and Jacksonville, all different bye weeks, all the way through at every position, except for Seattle and Detroit RBs are both by week 8, but that's fine because that's our anchors are there. And then defenses barely matter. I mean, they matter, but like it's to me, it's a lot more randomness. So we got Houston, which is actually, I believe, one of the better defenses, and in like actual NFL defenses. Who knows in fantasy? And then the Giants.
Yeah, that stuff's so tough. Like I thought the Chiefs, they were the amazing defense for fantasy, just unstartable whole season last year.
Yeah, like
tough to predict.
They're really good at scheme and like doing things, but like they're good at like getting people like Chris Jones gets people off time, right? Like the timing is off. And they do all that stuff, but like, and our corners are really good at like knocking the ball away and stuff like that. But as far as fantasy points, they weren't that great. But I'm going to go ahead and join the second draft. We'll see where we're at. We are at 7 of 10. The promos is still alive. They said you get a spin for any draft you're in with me today, or on stream with me today.
No, you'd have to be in all 2 or all 3 of them to get automatic.
Oh, okay, all 2 or 3. Got it.
Yeah.
So as long as you're in all of these, you get.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure what it was.
Right, but also like if you pick 6, if you hit pick 6, you get a spin.
Yeah, and the other thing, going to promotions here, isn't it like if you draft 4, you draft 3 in a day, you get a free draft, and then you get another one for doing 4.
Because it's either or. It's either or.
Oh, it's either or. So either you get 3.
Drafts. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was confusing to me, but the spin is better. Like I got the 3 spins. I hit a 5, which is fantastic. So that's why I bought 10. I got 22 drafts. Like that feels awesome.
Yeah, the wheel. The last couple of days, the wheel has been on one. A little, not up to the standards that we'd like it to. But previous to that, we've had people hit multiple 20 free drafts, hit jackpot leagues. It definitely it produces on some days.
All right. So anybody who was in the original draft, if you were out there, we need one more. Yeah.
One more, baby. Come on.
Yeah. So we have. I need to bring this up real quick. We only have 9 watching on YouTube. I kind of expected that. Like the YouTube crowd does prefer other sites, but I have no problem with this. We have 142 watching on X. If any of you guys could head on over to my YouTube channel and give me a sub, I would massively appreciate it. I do plan to stream these every so often, at least once every other week. I'm not sure how often I will, like if it'll be more than that, it will be less, but at least once every other week, I will pick a day and do at least one of these on stream. So
no matter how many days, we sincerely appreciate you streaming these drafts, having us on here, having some fun. Really do appreciate them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And there'll be people who watch it back. There's a lot of people live right now. So, I mean, it's the middle, like there wasn't a month ago, but now like Bestball season's really picked up. And a lot of people are starting to stream more or longer hours because they need to get their volume into. So
35 days or something like that till football. I cannot believe we made it this far.
Yeah, I don't even know. I might be at 1,000 drafts already. I don't know.
Wow.
because I done 250. Yeah, I had over 400 before the draft. So, because I did 80 on DraftKings, 259 on Underdog, and I did 80-ish, 90-ish. So it's more like, yeah, I did like 80-ish on drafters as well. And I've got a lot, like I've got 300 plus, like I think I'm over 350. I'm basically at like 450 after the draft on Underdog, and like another 60, 70 on drafters. So I'm definitely gonna put in some on this as well. Uh, like I like the challenge of a new style. So, and go ahead and explain the Hall of Fame thing to me. I'm like, so when the wheel spins, if you hit Hall of Fame, you're
So
allowed multiple prize, like a different prize pool, or you play for additional prizes.
here, it started.
All right.
You explain. I'm gonna run to the restroom. You.
Yeah. You're going to the restroom. Okay, so the way it works is there's that slot machine, right? So the way it works is that there's one jackpot and 5 Hall of Fames in every 100 drafts.
Yeah.
So for example, yeah, you have to go back. It does that. We need to fix that.
One question.
Yeah.
Don't you have something going on to where if you get the same draft slot?
Yes. So we have yeah. So so like if your first draft you hit pick 6, and then if you get pick 6 again that throughout that day, then you get a spin.
I think I just hit 7 twice.
Okay.
I think. I'm not sure. I think the first one was 7.
Okay. Well, we have the recording, but we trust you. I'm
Right.
sure.
I think. I'm not positive.
Yeah. So basically, like if the draft is a Hall of Fame, right? So 5% of drafts with our Hall of Fame. So there's 5 within 100. So if you get into a Hall of Fame draft, that means you get to play for extra prize, all that prize on top of the main prizes. So I think there was like I forgot what it was. It was like 1.3 ETH that you play on top of.
Nice.
So you're just playing for an additional prize on top of everything else with all the Hall of Fame people.
So it's like every Hall of Fame draft goes into what Underdog will call the sprint. Right.
Yeah.
Is it total point? That is total points
so,
over the last 15 through 17, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
exactly.
yeah. So like you not only can advance through, like, so that team can win both.
Yes, exactly.
That is fantastic.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
It's really cool. And then the same way they're the jackpot, right? 1% of drafts are jackpots. Only 1 in 100 drafts is a jackpot. So if you get into that draft, in the jackpot draft, and you win that league, then you go straight into the finals, skipping thousands of people in the playoffs, which is pretty OP.
That's awesome
as well. And so
I would probably if I had a Hall of Fame draft, I would actually build it differently.
Right. That would make sense.
Well, what I did on my very first draft where I took Brock Bowers solo, I would absolutely target a Bowers or McBride and an elite quarterback. I would doubly lead it up, and I would just try to push that through the regular season. It would be harder to get through the regular season, but you would have so much firepower, like, that nobody else would have. Like, I think that's what I would do most of the time.
Points, Rich.
Because you don't have to go through the gauntlet, and you could go solo quarterback. Like, you could basically go, like, just take a junk quarterback at the very end of the draft with your Lamar or Josh Allen. So, like, you have like Lamar plus Bryce Young, right? And you don't have to have any correlation with the second one. They're just there for the bye week. So you just take whatever's left over.
Did I hear that you got the same pick twice?
Yeah, you did.
I think I did. I mean, I'm sure you can go back.
You were
7. So I'm
That's
going to shout out Huron River out there, Jason Calhoun. He got the 101. 49er Guru, welcome back. Draft number 2, Philadelphia running back. I'm not positive, but I believe this number right here was in the 10 hole in the last draft. It could be right. It could not be right. I remember the X18 and the A. I kind of have photogenic a little bit. Fantasy Couch was also in that last one, and I can't remember. Maybe aerospace, maybe not. All right, so here I think it's pretty obvious here. I think there's kind of a tier break. So yeah, we got Detroit RB1, who is my RB1 overall here. I do disagree with some of the rankings here, which that doesn't mean I will never take the other picks, because if I'm going to do, like, I'm going to end up doing 25 at least of these. So if I'm going to do that many of them, I don't want to have zero CD Lamb shares, right? If I'm going to do 5 or 6 of them, I'm probably just going to take my guys every time. And
makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you think Travis Hunter is
yeah.
you think he's gonna
Yeah,
ball
I
out
think he's
this year?
awesome. And there's something I think is very interesting that you could do here as well.
Oh,
Are you saying, are you giving some alpha? Is this some alpha?
I mean, I think I know what you're saying, but I don't.
But
the points don't double count.
Yeah. I looked at it and I was like, I wonder if you could do this. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh, it doesn't quite work as I want it to. Like, and what we're talking about is taking Jacksonville's defense as well, because the Jacksonville wide receiver only gets points for, not for what that receiver scored in fantasy points, but what receiving touchdowns they got. Correct?
Yeah.
I love Colts RB1, by the way, Aaron. I think he's a smash pick all the time. That's just
Colts RB1.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I do think that if A-Rich starts, it is a little worse of a pick, because A-Rich will call his own number in the red zone and steal some touchdowns. And we've started seeing Taylor's slide slightly since, like, he's always the last of that tier now, drafted, in underdog at least, since A-Rich is slated in as the starter, supposedly.
AP's asking you draft the whole receiving room. That's a dope concept. Appreciate you. Technically, yeah, but
that is the way to explain. Yeah, you do. Go ahead.
And you get the highest scoring player that week. If Jamar Chase has a bad game, only scores 10, but T. Higgins goes off for 30, you'd get T. Higgins 30 points for having that Cincinnati wide receiver 1.
Yeah, and then wide receiver 2 would be then Chase for that.
Yeah, and in the draft I did before on this, somebody went with an entire team. I don't remember what team it was, but it was like Miami wide receiver 1 and Miami wide receiver 2 with Tua. Like, they just went for the absolute nuts. Yeah, I think this makes a lot of sense.
I like it. I mean, I do like Arizona wide receiver 1. I do, but I love the Colts RB1.
The problem I have with Arizona wide receiver 1 is
he might have a.
If it's not Marv, it's not Michael Wilson.
Right. They don't have a good room. No,
I mean, like, I'm kind of bearish on Marv a little bit. Like, I'm kind of getting back in because I'm seeing the training camp.
One-handed catch.
Always, huh?
That one-handed catch he had.
Oh yeah, and like, but Kyler is still missing him on some of these throws. Like, and my whole negativity on him is him and Kyler don't mesh as players very well.
Interesting.
Like, because Kyler likes to kind of play like backyard football, get out in space, open up, get the rusher lanes open, stuff like that. And Marv is like one of the most like Marvin Harrison Sr. was one of the most precise route runners we've ever seen.
Amazing.
Like, how good was he at dotting that line on the back shoulder throw for Peyton Manning? Like, they had that absolutely down. And this man is also really good at it with, I think he's 3 or 4 inches taller. And like, now he's like 30 pounds heavier than Marv Marv Sr. But he learned from that guy, and that's how he plays the game. Like, so he has to learn completely how to play backyard ball, or Kyler has to, I don't think they're going to meet in the middle. I think one of them has to, like, fully, maybe they meet in the middle. That would be best case scenario. I kind of like the Green Bay wide receiver one.
I like them a lot too. You're not big into Zay?
I like the combination of everything going on there
More.
more.
Way
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
Bateman was pretty decent some games, but
Who?
Bateman.
No. Bateman was actually the better wide receiver,
Yeah.
like
Went
for
off.
fantasy last year.
Yeah.
Like at cost.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he was no one was drafting him. They're like, what are you gonna do? You're not gonna tell me he's actually gonna do it this year, you know. So everybody got him at such great value.
He still goes crazy late.
I have a lot of Bateman. I have like 13% Bateman, 12,
Makes
13%.
Makes sense.
Because like I think that like it's all about which one gets the touchdowns, and Bateman's the cheaper version.
100%.
Like Zay is up like as an actual NFL player, Zay is light years ahead. But this is fantasy. We don't care how good you actually are at it. Like Arizona wide receiver one. Marv is an incredible talent.
Yeah.
But he has Kyler throwing him the ball, and I'm kind of out on that.
You're not a big Call of Duty fan, I take it?
No, I played some. So I played like this is how old I am. So the Call of Duty, the people who made Call of Duty, before they worked on Call of Duty, before that was even a thing, there was a Half-Life mod called Firearms. So I didn't play Counter-Strike, which is still around. People played. I played Firearms.
Wow, I've never heard.
And the group that made that mod, if I remember correctly, and I could be wrong, but I believe that they had an argument over how they wanted the franchise to move on, and part of them broke off and they made Call of Duty.
Wow.
Treyarch.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. That's
I believe that happened. I could just be making stuff up. Maybe I heard a story that was fake. I've never researched it. I've just heard the story. So you can quote me. I don't care. I've said stupid. I've been wrong before. I won't be wrong. I will be wrong again.
Yeah.
Like it's perfectly fine.
Except when you win this league. Except when you win this contest. You're not
I mean, if I'm right here, we're really good. Houston RB1 feels very bad right now.
Yeah, it's
very
hard
bad
right now.
Nick Chubb, baby. Nick Chubb.
Yeah, so I don't really like. This team doesn't feel as strong. I do think we need to make sure. Let's see what we got by week 8, by week 11. I do think we kind of push this again at wide receiver. Make sure we get our flex at running back again, because I don't like. I think if you go wide receiver in the first round, you kind of want to go 3 wide receivers in a row to get your flex from that. And if you don't go 3 in a row, you're gonna be weak at that position. So you just hit it with volume, and you try to make sure your flex hits at running back. I don't know if that's right, but in my mind, that's how I want to look at it.
I think the beauty that of this is it's so new and so unsolved that nobody knows what's right at this point.
Yeah. The one thing I know is you don't want like with the roster construct, adding the defense in means that stacking bye weeks is even worse, because you have more starting slots. Like, right. Yes, you're not having, because you have one more starting slot and you have less drafted positions, but you're also not taking Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, right? Like, so there's less positions to be drafted, but you have more starters, I believe, right? Because we start 1, 2, 2, 1, and then a flex.
Yep.
And then a defense as well. So, like, I guess is that the same? Yeah, that's the same. Yeah, never mind. It's the same amount, but you have less draft spots, right? Because is it 18 rounds?
15.
Yeah. I was thinking it was way less. So you have less draft spots. So the importance of not stacking bye weeks is way higher here. I would think, just mathematically, if you were to break it down.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say the one thing that you could prevent is the bye weeks misery there.
Yeah. All right. Did they leave us anything at wide receiver?
Okay,
Indy wide receiver 1 is actually pretty fine.
I love it.
Like we don't know, like, and this is something I want to do a little bit here as well, is embracing ambiguous situations. So like, and I don't mind doing it together. We don't know who the wide receiver 1 is. I mean, it's Matthew Golden, but the world doesn't know that yet. Like there's no, like, I have 19% Matthew Golden, like basically across all sites. Maybe it's down to like 17. I've kind of like tapered off a little bit because I moved Diggs up to like 62 in my underdog stuff. But Indianapolis wide receiver, like, somebody's going to, like, I do think that if Richardson's good, like that, like, I think that offense has a higher ceiling with Richardson there. It actually has. Also has the lowest floor with Richardson there. Like, it's got both. Like, absolutely, there's no question there. But they do have a lot of wide receivers, but all of them have had decent weeks. Like you hit Alec Pierce's giant weeks. You hit the PPR scamming that Michael Pittman and Downs can do. If Adonai Mitchell puts it together, like, you get that as well.
Is Indianapolis wide receiver 1? Is he the last person in your mind before you go Cincinnati wide receiver 2?
I think it's 50-50. I think I kind of think it's 50-50 there, which one is better. And it also depends on what I've done already, kind of. I kind of go on a feel within a draft as well. Like, here, I know I'm flexing running back, and in the other one, I know I was flexing running back too. But I also want to make sure I diversify my portfolio a little bit.
Of course.
And I just think that, like, Cincinnati wide receiver 2 is in the same tier as Indy. I think Cleveland should go ahead of New Orleans, Indy. I don't know, maybe not New Orleans. No, I think that's right. I think Indy, Las Vegas, and Cincinnati wide receiver 2 kind of the same.
I put New Orleans wide receiver 1 personally, like at the bottom. That's the way.
At the bottom. And Tennessee wide receiver 1 probably isn't great here either, because it's just like, at the moment, it's just Ridley.
True.
Unless you're a big Lockett fan, and I am not. I think the wide receiver, like, so Kylie, Kiely, they sent me something, like, we talked for a little bit.
Oh,
they sent me something with the like, what spiked, and wide receiver 1 spiked way higher, way more often. So, like, the whole wide receiver 2 thing is possibly wrong, but I'm curious. I didn't ask. I'm sure somebody has the data out there on the top 5 offense. Like, how often did the top 5 passing offenses spike as wide receiver 2? Like, because I think that matters a lot. Like, not the overall what happened. Like, in the elite offenses, how often did their wide receiver 2s actually spike at 20 points or 15 points? I think that's a number we kind of would like to have. And I'm not good with data. I'm good at thought processes and stuff like that. But, like, I've never taken the time to learn how to do the data stuff, is why I'm not good with it.
Yeah.
Because I work full time, so like, and I draft.
And you draft full time.
Yeah, and you draft full time. So, like, not much time for anything else.
No, that makes sense. I mean, I'm sure he would do it if he's already not thinking about doing it.
Oh wait, we still got RB1s here. Let's do this. Ambiguous situations. That's another, like, I think they are somebody you can absolutely attack.
Love it.
Like,
and Tennessee with both.
I took Tennessee in 2 of my first 3. So
right, I think you were saying. I think that it was you that was saying that you love them. So That's
Yeah, I mean so like those two specifically, like I would take above Washington for sure. Absolutely. I would take both of those, I think, above Chicago and Pittsburgh.
You don't like Bijan and Eckler, or Bijan Mason? I mean, sorry, Brian
Uh,
Robinson. Most.
so like I'm actually very big on Eckler, but Tennessee, like I'm much more Pollard over Brian Robinson. And I mean, and then you look, Tajay Spears also goes like 2 rounds
Eckler.
before Eckler does, and even in full PPR. Um, so, but with Jacksonville, like we're drafting 3 guys, and the only reason and none of them are high is because we don't know. But we do, like most of us really want the like we believe that the Liam Cohen offense is going to score a bunch of points, right?
Definitely.
So like
But what
like
about? Go ahead.
last year, like Bucky Rashad White was probably the nuts in this.
Agree for where you got them,
Yeah.
but also like I don't know Chicago. Like I hate Chicago, right? Like in my mind you hate it, but with the new system, you think they're going to be a much better offense and score a lot of points now. But they don't have a second running back, right? Also potentially.
Right. Yeah, since this is our third wide receiver, I think I'm fine just taking Casey wide receiver 2. I do.
Juju Smith Schuster, welcome to the team.
I mean, yeah, that's right. We're getting a Sky Moore spike.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. No, like so for this specific, like because you get whoever's out there, and we do trust, like, we do believe that I mean everybody's hurt now. Like Xavier Worthy had a concussion apparently.
He'll be okay. He'll be okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine. Hollywood's hurt. Rasheed Rice is suspended, but we don't need him till week 4. There's no buys by week 4.
True.
If Rasheed Rice is suspended till week 6, it is much worse because Green Bay has by week 5. But we still get Worthy there, right? We still get the thing there, or we don't get Worthy. We get the second guy. But if Rice is back by then, it's really good. And 1 week of one spot not scoring much is probably
not the end of the world.
It hurts.
Not the end of the world if these guys actually like kill it for you towards the end,
Right, and that's the thing. Like when Rasheed Rice and Worthy are both out there, I think we're going to see a couple weeks where both of them are over 15 points.
Agreed.
Like multiple weeks of that, not just one. I think it'll be multiple weeks.
Who do you think? Rasheed Rice, right, being at the top there.
Oh yeah, is
that even a question?
Yeah, like
I mean, Xavier Worthy showed a lot of flashes at the end.
He did, but he's not. Come on.
I think it's closer than you think, and I'm the biggest Rasheed Rice fan in the world.
Yeah, I mean, that's a hard thing to say in today's world.
For sure. I mean, Worthy could be Hill-ish, right? Ish.
I mean, for best ball, they're both awesome.
Yeah, they are. For sure.
In full PPR, it's 100% Rasheed Rice.
Yeah.
And half point, I do think you can argue. I was the one pushing Rasheed Rice way up the board.
Same.
Because we seen it last year.
Dude, he went off right before he got.
Yeah. He was gonna be a top 5 wide receiver if you think.
If you remove the week that, like, if you just use his 3-game sample.
Yep.
And half point PPR, because like, do you count the half a quarter he played where his knee got blown up, where he wasn't targeted, or he was targeted once on the interception that cost him his knee?
Just killed
like
that whole
season. But like he was like 7. He was wide receiver 2 overall in fantasy points per game. If that, it was like 17.3 a game over the first 3 weeks.
I had an irresponsible like 40% Rasheed Rice. It was definitely.
It makes sense, bro. But it makes sense. Like if you love him, he was. I was trying to, probably good value too.
Yeah, he was going in the 4th round.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and take that rookie there. So
it's interesting that Tyler Warren's going below Colston Loveland in these drafts? Because I'm pretty sure it's the opposite on the other platforms, right?
It flipped.
Oh, it flipped.
It's flipped. Yeah, as soon as Loveland got to practice, it flipped.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like,
Yeah.
because it's like, oh, he's healthy. Oh, they drafted him first. It's a Ben Johnson offense. Everyone wants to love Caleb Williams. Like, I'm not quite there, but like, I understand he's got talent. I understand it could absolutely be a good situation. I'm not fully going to fade it by any means, but I'm going to play Caleb Williams a little bit more through his weapons than through him.
That makes sense.
He does have some rushing upside, so I could just lose to that. Like, because last year he actually had a lot more rushing yards than people realize. He just had 0 touchdowns on rushes,
which is good. Which is good because the upside is there clearly too.
Yeah, and everybody puts that there with Drake May, but we're not talking about it as much with Caleb Williams, but it is there.
Yeah.
So this is another situation. Like, I could have taken Mahomes with KC wide receiver 2. I think that the KC wide receiver 2 is going to spike at a lesser amount.
Yeah, it just doesn't sound as sexy. Like,
yeah,
I don't think Mahomes is going to have those type of.
Yeah, not really. So I'm going to just build this team out. We're just going to reach down here. No, I don't think we need to. You know what? Yeah, I'm just going to do it. I just want to build out the team. I have a plan for what I want to do, so we're going to do this.
For all you people trying to pick at ADP, no, okay?
For the people trying to snipe who, it's not happening.
People trying to snipe
this
who.
is impossible.
Well, like, I have the double here, so it multiplies how important that pick is to me as well.
I love it.
So
I heard somebody say Trevor Lawrence is this year's Kyle Pitts or whatever. Trevor Lawrence is the quarterback version of Kyle Pitts.
He could
and
be.
then I commented, I was like, so that means this is finally his year?
Yeah. I mean, he's going pretty late. But like, the thing you want to do is, like, when you make the bet, you want to continue making that same bet, right?
Yeah. 100%.
But yeah, like, I think that I probably would have taken Bo Nix naked over, or I mean, I got the Denver running backs. I would have taken Bo Nix if he was there, but I think that whole range of quarterbacks is like, it's pretty arguable. Like, there's like a range of 15 guys who you could argue should be the top guy, you know. I do think it's closer to right than wrong overall, but like, I would hear arguments for why Michael Penix should go before like Caleb Williams. I'm probably still going to side on the Caleb Williams side there, even though I'm not a big fan of his. And like, taking Lawrence as soon as he goes off that's a statement. But
yeah, that feels
for my team. I have the 4 running backs. I have the 4 wide receivers. I have my elite tight end. Like, I just need to build out my squad at this point. And I still need 1 tight end. I need at least 2 quarterbacks, and I need 2 defenses, right? So that was 1. So I need
2 more QBs.
Yeah, well, 1 or 2 more QBs. So let's say it's 2 QBs, 1, 2, the 2 defenses, and that. So I had to use one of those positions there, and I peaked at the tight ends, and I there was nothing at tight end. I was like, I'm going to miss this if I don't get it.
You're not into a Kincaid? You don't think he has a bounce back season?
I don't mind Kincaid. I'm Tucker Kraft over Kincaid though. Absolutely. But like, none of those, like, if I lost Jacksonville quarterback there, which there was no reason for me to lose it. It's like, I do think that Stack, like, there's probably less sniping. I haven't paid attention, but I'm going to guess there's a lot less sniping in these rooms. I mean,
no, there's a lot of snipes.
I don't know. The sniping comments have kind of chilled out. I remember the first 3-4 weeks, people were chatting in the Discord.
There's a lot of snipes though.
I mean, I always say if you get sniped, it's your fault because you didn't want the guy enough. So
exactly, you were trying to get him at a later value, you know.
Yeah, so I don't ever feel bad for that.
No, you can't. You can't.
So we're gonna do Green Bay here. So like this is kind of why I kind of wanted to get the Green Bay quarterback, uh, and I wanted the Jacksonville quarterback. So the Jacksonville was more important to my team. I do like Love a little more, but for my team, that is the better pick. So I pulled him up, and if I don't get him, I can still go to Indy or yeah.
I was gonna say, like, isn't Tim like I don't know. I feel like Indianapolis QB1, like
I
that's
mean,
the best value. That's like one of the best values here.
if somebody wants to snipe me, they can. But the goal was to get Jacksonville, Green Bay, Indy quarterback.
I know, but I'm just saying, like in
Yeah.
general, like, getting Indy, where we know the upside of what he can do. Like
If he plays, yeah.
if he plays,
Right.
like we've seen it. Like the value of getting someone at the last couple of rounds is pretty.
Yeah,
pretty
and I have the entire Indy offense here.
Yeah, so it would be nice.
So like,
it would definitely be good to have it, you know.
So like, if I ended up not getting
There we
Green
go.
Bay,
We got it.
yeah, if I don't get Green Bay wide receiver or quarterback there, I just pull up I just
Right.
pull that up.
Right.
So like that was the goal the whole time. If I don't get it, I'm fine because I just pulled that up.
Yeah.
So and like I have stacks all the way through here. We don't have a stack at Detroit, and KC wide receiver 2, and that is it. Everything else is perfectly stacked up. Or Denver running back. So the Denver and Detroit running back rooms, which are probably the two that have, like, I'm going to assume that Denver RB2 is actually really good. For free for anybody that's out here. Like everybody has Detroit, but like I will be shocked that there's not weeks that Denver RB2 gets like 15, like 16, 17 points. Like I would be pretty shocked to see like in full PPR a week to where Dobbins gets a touchdown and 80 yards and Harvey gets 4 receptions, 35 yards and a touchdown. You know, like maybe it's like 11 points, but that's a solid flex, right? That's a solid. That's not a great number, but it's a solid number. Like it's a draftable number.
I just have PTSD with Denver running backs, bro. Like the way they've been treating them as of recently, like, oh yeah, it's just so hard to be excited about it sometimes. But I agree, like the value that is there this year for sure.
Yeah. So, Jason, in the one hole here, Puka or Adams was wide receiver 2, 20 pass ADP. Thanks everybody. Yeah. Yeah, like that is fantastic. Like I really do think that. Like, I honestly like those two rooms better than this, but I'm going to take my homer pick every once in a while. Like,
yeah, you got to go with your squad.
But I do think LA wide receiver 2 is the best one, like other than, and then I think Dallas is probably next, and then KC. So like that was a homer pick. I will admit it, but like I do want to like, but those are the only and. I think these are the only wide receiver 2s that should be drafted and Minnesota. Like I think down to Minnesota and up are the only wide receiver 2s that should probably be drafted here. I think those are the only offenses that we're gonna see have a chance to be like, because you kind of need to hit whatever one's like a top 3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know, like. I really like Bryce Young this year and the chance for him to move up. How often do we think Adam Thielen and Tet are both going to score 20 points? Like I think it's low.
Very low.
I guess Tampa Bay is fine too.
Oh yeah, especially with the rookie. Yeah, Tampa Bay wide receiver 2 I think is a little undervalued. I think
so
up a little.
We could go Atlanta tight end. No,
Rob Lawrence and Pitts. Ooh. Both the comeback players of the years.
Yeah, I think we just take
I like it.
We just stack it up again. Yeah. I had to check my bye weeks and then just 2 random defenses here at the end. Like, and I'm probably just going to pick random defenses this time. Like I tend to target, like I will take Cleveland if they're there in the next round. And then I'll just pick one at random at the end.
Should we do a wheel spin? Should we do a defense wheel spin?
I mean, yeah, why not?
Random NFL team.
Yeah. I mean, I could bring it up if you want to set it up.
Yeah.
Like,
You're right. Random team.
Then,
NFL.
then it's random. Then it's only based on the people that are left too.
I
So-
know, but if
Yeah.
we get someone that's still there,
Yeah, I know. You'd have to just spin it.
Yeah. Well, like you could remove all the ones that you could just put like
true.
the
Let me
bottom
do that.
the bottom 12 in there. And I do think that like because the defense thing is pretty random. Like I don't want any Carolina. I don't want any Jacksonville. And I don't. Yeah, I think those are about the only two I probably don't want any of. So as long as those two aren't there, we can look at it real quick because there are some that I don't think are draftable. Like Indy, I'm fine with. Saints, I'm fine-ish with. Cincinnati's probably bad, but like, yeah, Cincinnati's really bad too. But like anything here in the middle, I think is perfectly fine. Like Giants down to Arizona or Vegas, it's like perfectly fine.
Well, is Cleveland still there? Should we take him as the first one?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
taking
let's
Cleveland.
grab that, and then I'll keep working on this wheel.
All right, so we got Chicago.
Yeah,
We got-
Richard, come on, hurry up, dude.
We got Giants. We got Seattle. We got Washington. We got Tennessee. We got Arizona. And we got Vegas and Miami. Miami might be better than people think too at defense. I don't think they will be that good, but there's a couple teams I don't want anything to do with, and like Cincinnati, Carolina. Give me a second. There we go. And yeah, like there's some here that are better, but I can't have one that's by week 9 either. So if that happens, we'll have to take one right or left or up or down from it, like whatever it is. We'll just take whatever's closest to it. That's not a by week 9.
Any of those that you don't want?
Those look fine. Those look fine. Yeah.
If this wins because of this defense, week 17.
Yeah, let's do it.
All to the wheel gods.
I don't even know where the wheel app is, so like.
Okay, wait. What? Well, is it about to be your pick, or how far are we?
No, I am like 6 picks away still.
Richard, get it together, bro. Get it together.
You can go ahead and spin twice, and I'll just queue them all up. Just keep spinning, and I'll just queue them.
The first one is
you could do it, and you could remove it, and I will spin it. Dallas, huh?
Miami.
Welcome to Miami.
And all right, here's our backup one.
I highly doubt Miami gets taken.
Cool. So there you go. It's gonna be Miami probably, and Dallas.
And Dallas.
Perfect. If you want to pivot to Dallas, you can.
By the way, what is this other company that's trying to steal our spin situation?
Whoa.
We're the only spin company on the planet.
What do you mean?
I'm just
okay. Yeah,
we do the banana wheels.
Banana wheel spins,
dude. That one that was like a hair away from 20 spins yesterday.
Oh my god,
that was so brutal.
Man.
That was brutal.
Sometimes I think I'm like, is this even good that we're doing this? Like to have people come that close, and then off. It's disgusting.
So, give me a second.
Oh, you good? You good?
So we got a. If we want to do a third draft, what I'll say is if I can get 3 more subscribers, so like we have 100 and like I'm at 277. If we get to 280, so those of you on X, if you come over, I will type it in the chat, and like I'll vamp for a little bit. But here it is. If you want to go there, toss me a sub. We will do a third draft if you are not subscribed over on YouTube. If not, I have no problem ending. I would like to do a third one. I'm having a good time. It
means a lot, man. Well, we appreciate you doing this, guys. We only had to pay who $69 million for every
$69 million.
Not a
Yeah,
bad.
like
no, but we really, really appreciate it. We appreciate doing this with you. Yeah, let's try to
go subscribe to whose channel, please. All the Banana fam watching this.
yeah, I would like to make this part something that I do every year. Like do a couple of these drafts every summer. Like I enjoy doing them. The X crowd obviously likes it. Like your crowd definitely does like it because we have 100 and what is it? Hold on. I have so many tabs up right now. We have 182 watching on X, and I highly doubt everybody there is subbed. And that if they're still watching, because it's only went up, so that means everybody is still watching, which means they probably want a third draft. So if we could just get a couple subs, I would love to do another one. All right, so my team is Jacksonville, Green Bay, and Indy quarterback all stacked up and all mega stacked, really. Like Green Bay is only with the wide receiver one, but running backs, Detroit, Indy, Denver, and Jacksonville, all RB1s. We got the triple stack with Jacksonville and Indy. We have the entire offense of Jacksonville and Indy. That feels awesome. Then we got Casey wide receiver 2 because I'm a homer.
By the way, this screen that I'm seeing, it's still a spin.
Oh yeah. I'm still newish to streaming, so yeah. We can go back through that. So we have Jacksonville, all the Jacksonville. We have all the Indy, and Indy. So we have 2 gigantic bets on those, and then we have Green Bay with the wide receiver, and then the homer pick right there with KC, and then Detroit and Denver RB1s to mix it up a little bit. Like we hedged our bets pretty heavily there. We are mega stacked. I don't know if mega stacking is the right answer. I don't know what the data said. Like if mega stacking is good or is not. It's probably not the best. Like I'm going to assume it's not the best strategy.
I mean,
honestly. I'm just going to assume that like when Jacksonville wide receiver 1 hits real big, it's going to be harder for the tight end Jacksonville to hit real big. But if they're putting up 35 points a game, like you just win, right? Like these bets are the Indy is a 26 points a game team. Like they are like 3-4 points ahead. Like I don't know, like they're a major offense, like a really good one, and Jacksonville as well. As long as they're both scoring 24 plus points a game, this team's really good.
Agreed. They better do it.
Yeah, they better do it. And we will go to the River Rat. He wanted a review. Is this your first one? I've not seen him here on this site. I didn't know he had an account over here. Not sure if he's new to it or not. But we got a Jack's, like that is not right. That is mine.
Oh, you
I screwed it up, didn't I?
It's okay, Rich. Can you show him? So you go to just manage.
Hold on. It's already generated the card, but is that messing things up? That it's doing it again?
No, it may just refresh. Click the draft. There you go.
Yeah,
and then if you
select.
I just have to do it from the board, I guess. All right.
Or you could technically do it the other way too, but
yeah, you just select like his username. There's like an option right there. You see select.
The problem is,
what's the why?
No, down there.
Oh, there you go. There you go. The problem is you have to know his wallet. Yeah.
Well,
what was the quarterbacks?
Oh, I mean, it does say his name on there.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
So the number 1 slot is at the bottom. Got it.
That makes sense.
I looked at the top one, then I looked at the bottom one. So, all right, we got Philadelphia quarterback and Dallas quarterback. I love that with the Dallas quarterback with the wide receiver 2 because he got that massive value. That is awesome. I think stacking the quarterback like on the elite offenses with the wide receiver 2s might be the smart way to do it. It could be the wrong way to do it too. Find out. It's one or the other. 50-50 guy. Good luck. We got running backs. We got Vegas, Jets, Minnesota. Minnesota is a really good one. Like they both go right next to each other. I think both of them will absolutely have spike weeks. Chargers running back too. I probably never draft them, but you do have to take somebody here, and that offensive line is absolutely elite. If Najee does come back, there are going to be games where he gets 8, 9, 10 points, and that could start for you in a given week on a bye week or something like that. And you got, I love this: KC wide receiver 1, Cincinnati wide receiver 1, Buffalo wide receiver 1, Dallas wide receiver 2, Rams wide receiver 2. He knows those two are probably going to start every week for him, and then he hit volume here to try to make sure he flexes this. Like I love that.
Yeah, his team is great. I agree.
Yeah. And then tight end, Denver and LAC. Little like you're weaker there, but doesn't really matter. You like you're trying to win with extra points there. And Evan Ingram in full PPR is actually kind of a monster.
You would think in that offense now. I mean, they don't really have. I mean, it's going to be interesting how much volume he gets in the new offense, but
yeah, especially like with because they brought him in, but they brought Pat Bryan in. They have a lot of players that he talks positively about. And LAC and New England, I like it. Like those are two really solid defenses. So hopefully some of that works out.
Hopefully you get second and not first, right? We want the first place team.
Yeah.
You get the second. We both make it to the playoffs, so you were good.
So I just looked again, and I want to thank everybody. We got 4 more subs, so we are up there. We will be doing a third draft. Thanks everybody. Like I do appreciate it. We will hit the join draft button right now. I don't know how close we are. 3 of 10, so it may be a little bit before we get this filled.
Time.
That's pretty awesome. Like your community definitely likes this, and I appreciate it. I am like to talk about not SBS for a minute, like for just goals for my channel. I have a 500 subscriber goal channel, and at 500, I'll be doing a 12-hour live stream. So like last weekend, I hit I like random numbers, but 500 I can turn super chats on. So like that's why I want to hit that, and that's why I'm pushing the YouTube subs. It's because that's the only way I could ever make money doing this at all. Like I do it for fun. Like I'm going to do it either way, but it would be nice for people to be able to, like, if they want to assist. And there are people that have asked about that. So I like to help them out. That would be awesome. And it would help me out as well. But I did a draft for the 253. I don't know if you guys watched it. But I did a draft. I was blindfolded, and Steve Schaup came on, and he directed me. So it was an absolute chaos. It was wild. My mouse was off the screen half the time. I had to like peek, like because I have a widescreen monitor. Like if I put it at like full screen, this is what it looks like. So I have to size it differently. So if I click off of it, now the mouse disappears, and we can't ever get it back. So like I opened up a video game, like all kinds of things happened. Nobody's seen that, but I seen it. Like I heard it, and I was like, okay. Whenever I peeked back, I closed it real quick because I would peek back to just make sure it was on the screen, right? But then as soon as it was like that, I would like move it around, and like he would direct me, and we landed a couple picks. There was a lot of disaster. It was a good time. But we will run that back at the 12-hour live stream. We will almost assuredly do one of these during the 12-hour live stream. And I will probably, for YouTube specifically, I'll cut the video at like 11 and a half hours and re-up a second one, because YouTube, if it's over 12 hours, it doesn't repopulate it. If it's under 12 hours, it does. But like Twitter, it'll be live just straight the whole time. But that's enough of that. So while I have you guys here, you guys were talking about like the prize, and like you were talking about different stuff with the what made you want to do all the different like randomness through this. Like
You're talking
like
about the game.
yeah, the Hall of Fame, the weekly winners attached to the main tournament, like all of that stuff. What made you want all that stuff in your sport?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, we wanted to like put ourselves apart from everybody else, honestly. And so we wanted to be able to like gamify things and make them like really exciting. So, you know, we wanted it to be a point where it still wasn't like, you know, pay to win or, you know, all these type of models, but we wanted to still be able to like, how can you make drafting and the part of drafting even more fun? So, you know, it was kind of little by little. So like we added the Hall of Fame one of the years and people really enjoyed it. And they were like, okay, this is cool. But like, how do we even like gamify it even more? So like last year, for the first year, we added like jackpot. And so we were like, yeah, because, you know, it's so hard to make the finals. How do we make it where, you know, you still have to win your league, but you go straight to the finals? I mean, you know, we wanted to make things like any time you enter a draft, there is like this rush and excitement.
Yeah. On top of just what draft pick you get.
On top of already drafting where you can win something. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not just drafting for nothing and you're hoping to hit a jackpot. You know, you're already going and trying to win a lot of prizes as well, you know. So
well, also it's like I've never experienced the final sweat, you know, like being able to get into a league and having a pretty good shot to make it to the finals, I think is a really cool concept. Like I wish I could play this for money and somehow get into a jackpot league and potentially get into the finals, because pretty tough on these large field tournaments to get in.
I like all of the advanced rate stuff you got. Like the 1 of 5 advanced rate. I mean, it's 2 of 10, but it's essentially 1 of 5, right?
Yep.
So like all the way through, it's 1 of 5. Like that feels a lot more attainable, right? Like, yeah, like some people would probably not like the fact that like if you get to the finals, like you just get the advance from, because how is the payout? Like it's if you advance through to the final, like to the playoff week, you get something, and then like go through that real quick.
Yeah, and I think, you know, we're still thinking about how to do the finals part, and of course these things will increase as the prize pool grows as well. But the way it's currently set up is if you get first place in your pod, you get your money back 0.01 ETH currently. And then if you advance out of round 1, you get, I believe it's a little more than 0.01. I think it's 0.012 or something like that.
Yeah, I believe that's what it was.
Sweet. And then you're in the finals. Ideally, I think the more I'm thinking about it, ideally we probably want to pay everyone who does make it to the finals. But that will solely, you know, be dictated by how many leagues we have practically, because that kind of comes into place. How many people do actually make the playoffs and stuff like that.
Right. And with all the extra stuff that goes on with it, like with the Hall of Fame and the extra prizes and stuff, like I'm sure there's a lot more math behind it than like you really see. So I'm sure it's not like calculus level stuff, but like I mean, I could probably sit down and figure it all out if I wanted to. I just don't care, you know, like that's for you guys to do. But like, yeah, I think the tournaments that like, at least like on Underdog, the ones that everybody love is that. And so another thing about your tournament as well is you have no max entry, right? So you could enter 1,000 of these if there were 1,000 of them, if you wanted to spend all that money to do so.
I mean, it sounds like a really good financial advice to do.
Yeah. I'm not gonna suggest doing that, but like if you guys want to, you can. Like I'm not going to. But like that's something that like I'm assuming that nobody goes over the 150. Because
yes, they do.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. But like we have because the 150 is like a rule in like a specific state in like a specific spot, right? It's like a random person decided that city wasn't going to do it or something. So like that's why there's a limit, because in one little piece in a random spot, and if I remember the lore on it, it's been overturned since then or something, but I don't know. Like, that's just hearing it through other people.
through the grapevine
Yeah.
or through the banana vine. Through the banana.
Yeah, the banana vine. I love the ape holding the banana, like the ape hand holding the banana.
Yeah.
Like,
So
like that's
yeah,
a symbol as well.
yeah, it's because it's like it comes from. So like I also work for like the ape company, the Bored Ape Yacht Club company. You know those ape NFTs that you see as my profile. So I basically created this company like after basically being with that company, and it made sense. Here's like this bored ape, and here's like the spoiled banana. It like fit together, and
Right.
technically, if you see a spoiled banana, it looks like a football.
Yeah.
So like it kind of like I don't know, it meshed, and people think it's silly or whatever, but like it kind of
I mean,
gravitated.
silliness isn't bad.
Right.
Silliness is character. And character is good.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah. So we are okay. We are at 8 of 10. We need two more. Two more for anybody.
Two more lucky people.
Yeah. Anybody's like, I think people are scared. They see me draft two. They don't want the smoke. That's what happened. I know it. That's what we got here.
I would be.
I get it. I get it. I understand. I'm not hating on you for doing that, but that's definitely what it feels like. Like, whenever you enter a lobby and it's 1 of 9 instead of 2 of 10, like, it feels bad. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. No, I'm definitely still learning a lot of the ins and outs of this. But like, I definitely like the thought process, and I a lot of the things I've said may not be true. I'm just kind of winging it and going off of what I do in other best ball stuff. And now that I've got all these draft passes, I'm probably going to do a little research on defense, like a little bit. But I do think that it's mostly random. Like, you look at DFS every week, and the defense is just so random all the time. Like, it's a little predictable, but it's not massively predictable. And in a contest where you just have to kind of hit something in the right week, because let's be honest, week 17 is where all the money is won, right? So not mixing in a lot of the defenses.
Makes sense.
I do think that like it'll be harder to get there with a bad defense. That does make sense. But I also wonder if we're going to do if like 3 defensive teams are like a lot better.
Yeah, that's what people have been saying that, right? Like,
I honestly do think that 3 defense teams is probably the way to go overall, because that's where the most variance happens. And so, like, yesterday I did a stream on Drafters, and we went through like the Superflex top 10 teams. And what was crazy about it is I went through the top 10 from the year before. There's 11,000 entrants, and it's total points over there. Tight end flexed just as much, if not more, than wide receiver. And when it flexed to the higher number. But there's 2 reasons for that. Number one, you had to start 3 wide receivers, so the 4th wide receiver had to be a really high number. And the tight end, it's only against one other number. So like it's generally a lower number to flex, or you have a stronger number will always flex instead of be wide or tight end 2, right? So like there's a little bit of things, but it goes to show you that like you take the variance position, and in that variance position would be defense, right? You could take that same lesson and apply it to this. And the most variance position here is probably not tight end. It's probably actually defense. If you take the most random shots there, and all of those teams had one of the nuts guys, it was either Bowers, Kittle, or McBride, with 2 other guys. And it had like Haydotten, Gesicki, Jonnu Smith. So like they hit the nuts players with one of the good ones. So like taking like a Houston and then mixing in like what we did with the banana spin, like the wheel spin there, and just throwing on 2 random ones, because we never know what's going to happen. Like So like because it all does come down to the variance of what happens in those weeks, and it's more about what spikes with what week than which one is actually the best overall.
I mean, what? Let's be real. Why don't we just do a whole draft using a wheel? We put everybody in around that ADP. Let the wheel decide.
I would almost be up for that, honestly. But like, not for one of my I'm still new to this. These are still new. Like, if I was like 100 drafts in, if I'd done 100 drafts of this, I'd be like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
Or if it was like a somewhere where I've done that many, like I kind of randomize my picks. By the way, we need one. We just need one more.
One more. Is that a lot to ask for? By the way,
just a single entry.
But yeah, no, I'm a big proponent of scrolling down, like especially when you're looking at defense. Like, I would much rather have the less owned defense that barely gets picked and just hope week 17 that they go off. I think that's a better chance than trying to think that which defense is going to have a good game week 17. I mean, of course, there's matchups, but
to be honest, like Miami versus Tampa is not a great one
on paper. But injury.
On paper, but like there's that, and if Baker's hurt and Kyle Trask is in there, we don't know what's going to happen. Like Baker has 3 and 4 interception games. Like Baker is a fun player to watch and a very talented quarterback, but he will absolutely have some games to where he just turns the ball over a bunch. Like that's who he is. Like, and Tampa embraces that as their quarterback. Like for him to play
there we go.
The way he plays, he has to be that way.
Come on, jackpot.
No.
Boo. Honestly, boo.
Boo. You're right. We got
money.
An early pick for once. That is awesome. All right, let's look at the board and see who's made it. 49er Guru made it back. And we will. So Guru's back. Ace is back. Fantasy Couch is back. It's that. I believe this is the same one that was in. You guys will have to figure it out, but I believe they were in the 10 slot and then like the 5 slot. Yeah, so we get the 103. I don't actually know what I want to do here. I mean, it's LA wide receiver 1 if it's available, but I would almost say it's Detroit running back 1, but I don't have any Jefferson or CD, Pickens, Addison, right? Like I don't have any of that in my arsenal yet. So like I don't want to have 0 either. So we will just cue this up. It won't be Philadelphia running back 1. That is not going to be the answer.
By the way, sorry if like if we're sometimes like just because we're trying to work and get drafts filled and
hey dude, it's my channel, man. Like you guys are just you guys have helped me out a lot, like through the process of me getting my pass, like getting signed up and all that stuff, because like I said, I don't know what I'm doing in the crypto stuff, and I was having payment issues, but that is what it is. Like it all got worked out. It's all good. Like but like it's fine. Like I stream solo all the time. So like I have no problem with it. And I get it.
And clearly after the first 2 drafts that filled pretty quickly, the third one, people were scared of you. So I'm just
Yeah. I mean, greatness is hard. Like it's hard when you're great. Yeah. Yeah. Like no, I honestly not sure if I'm doing this right, but I think I like to think through it. And I do think that the 3 defense thing is like, I'm not going to do it every single time, but I do think that it is probably the best strategy to win it all, because you're giving yourself the most shots for the random defense.
No, yeah, you're right. I think I've heard a lot of people in our community have said the same.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just thought process wise, and especially after I went through all that stuff
You don't
yesterday,
deposit
looking
like
through
100 and play 20. Sorry.
no, all good. Looking through all those tight ends and how that worked out. So like, and by the way, if anybody's in here like 49er Guru or Ace or the person here in the 6 hole that's been in all the drafts, fantasy counts, if you guys want a review, just say so afterwards. This will be my last one, so I do appreciate everybody who's been out for sure. I mean, we still have a while to go, but I just want to say thanks for everybody who's watching, and especially to those who took the time to go over and sub to me so we could do this third draft and spend a little more time with them. It may be bad for them that they have to stay. They don't have to stay. You can
No,
leave.
my wife is like calling, texting me. She's like, "What's going on, dude? I mean, it's fine, dude."
Yeah, you like real stuff. Very, very important business.
She loves, dude. She loves fantasy football season. Oh my god.
I bet she does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every wife does.
But mine is especially when I get to draft teams. This is like, I mean, working for this company, like trying to get it to make it. It's pretty. It's hard. There's ups and downs, and so you have to spend 16 hours on it. Plus, I have my other job and stuff. So like, it's a grind. But I mean, I love it. There's nothing I would rather do.
Hey, that looks better. I didn't even think about that.
What was it?
I just Control Plus to make the board bigger, to make it a little more clear to read. I'll remember to do that from now on.
By the way, yeah. So Justin asked the question. I'm so confused. You don't deposit like 100 and play $20 tournament. So the way it'll work, right, is if let's just hypothetically speaking, you want to buy 10 drafts. So you buy 10 drafts, 0.01 ETH. So that's about, I don't know, $38, 38 times 10, like, $380 or something, right? And so we'll give you, if you buy 10, for example, we'll give you 5 free drafts to do. So you'll get 15 drafts total. And if you also buy 10, you'll also get like a free spin as well, which, we have this like wheel with prizes on it. You can win 20 free drafts, 10 free drafts, and you're guaranteed at least one other free draft to do it. So basically you're guaranteed, if you buy 10, to get 6 additional free drafts.
All right. So they do leave us Atlanta wide receiver 1. So we got, this is perfect, by the way. This is a week 17 bring back. That is to get Atlanta wide receiver 1 that late. That's crazy, dude. Yeah. Like I would have went with Miami running back 1, I think, but like I also looked at the running backs, and I feel like this whole group down to Cincinnati is really good. Like,
agreed.
And I wouldn't even hate bringing.
Wait. Why are we talking hate about LA Rams RB1? I think they're up there too, personally.
I'm just kind of out on Kyron this year at cost. I mix him in a little bit. Basically I'm putting him, like, I've only got like 1.5%.
Wow.
But I'm putting him on, like, I have him on like $100 team and like a $60, $70 team. So like I have him on a couple higher stake teams to hedge the fact that I don't really like his situation. But if I'm wrong, I have him in a couple higher leverage situations.
I don't know. I feel like every year he proves people wrong. I'm pretty high on him.
I'll go over that here in a second. So kind of what I said earlier, like I would love this, but I do think there is a world where, man, I don't know. I think we're gonna lean in and see what happens with what I thought earlier. We can't do that one. We'll do Tampa Bay running back 1. I really, really like their running back room.
Yeah, I mean, they literally have the, like,
yeah,
like the Detroit, similar to Detroit situation. So
I was actually going to the person here, I don't know who they are, but I love this. I absolutely love this. They do have to get another receiver because they have 2 by week 10s. But I think this is like, if one of those 3 made it back, actually, if one of those 2 had made it back somehow,
yeah,
I would have went the third. I'm not big on the Seattle wide receiver room. The wide receiver rooms I think will make a back, or have a better chance to make a back than one of the running backs that I like.
My bad, guys. My work messaged me. Had to do some stuff. Did anyone answer Justin?
No.
No.
So the end price right now is 27. It's 27 ETH, so about like 102,000. So that's not the top price.
That's the price pool.
Price pool. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's 8 ETH, which is about, I think, like 30K for first place, but it will so we hit 100. We hit already 100% of the price pool. So it will keep going up. So it should be sizable even than that.
As more people enter, and potentially if ETH goes up as well.
So you basically gotta, like, you connect a wallet and end up having to like pay that way or whatever. I would talk to them, like, I'm sure if you want to deposit and so while we're here, they have a promo if you've never played as well. You have, like, that's still active, right? Because I just got it.
The new user.
Yeah, if you buy 10 drafts, they give you 5 for free, and then you get a wheel spin on top of it. And that wheel spin could be up to 20 extra drafts, I think. Or is it more?
No, that's the
up to 20. Like, you're guaranteed 1 extra draft on top of that. So you buy the 10, you get 16 drafts minimum.
Yep.
And then they have other things going on. So, like, let's say, like, here today, I did 3 of them. I got the 107, I believe, both first times. And currently they're running I think that's a current promo, not an always promo, right? Yeah. So, like, if you get the same draft spot the same day, you get a wheel spin. And every spin is the same. It can be 20 drafts. It could just be a Hall of Fame draft. It could just be a jackpot draft. It could just be a single draft. But, like, it's still a draft. Like, it's still something you get back for free. It's and also, I think right now, if you do 4 in a day, which I'll be doing one off stream as well, because if you get 4 in a day, you also get a wheel spin, correct?
Yes, and also pick 6.
Oh, and pick 6. And that changes based on the amount of drafts, right? Like, once it hits 700, it'll be pick.
Exactly. That's what we're. That's what we started.
It'll be pick 8.
Exactly.
So once you hit 1100, we'll be back to pick 1.
Probably makes sense.
All
yeah,
right.
we should probably do that. That would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, there's a lot of cool things they do with it. Yeah. So I was talking before about how I want to lean into, if I go double wide receiver, I want to try to flex the wide receiver. So I will take one of these wide receivers almost for sure. There's one that I do really like here. Actually, there's 2 of them I really like here.
Don't say it. They'll snipe you for sure.
So we're going to go to the board. We got, by week 5 and by week 8, we're perfectly good. I really like the one that they took, Carolina.
Yeah.
So, but I do really like Steph Diggs this year, though.
Same.
And I'm very in on Drake May. So this gives me an opportunity to get more Drake May.
Yep.
And so this is what I'm going to do here. I have these bye weeks perfectly laid out. I've invested all this capital. I'm just going to ride that. I'm done at wide receiver. I'm not going to pick another one.
This is the thing, though. A lot of people in this contest, they'll go to 4. Like, most of them try to hit the 4. I will say that.
That's what I did in the first 2 drafts, and I don't know that that's correct. So I'm going to do it this way and just play it out and see what I think. I think that this, like, so I'm going to assume now, like, I'll be able, like, that will allow me to hit the 3 tight end or 3 I mean, heck, I could go 3 tight ends and 3 3 quarterbacks, or 3 tight ends and 3 defenses, or whatever. If I stop at 3 at one of these 2 positions, it might make my flex a little weaker. But if I hit 3 tight ends, my tight end will probably flex reasonably often as well.
True.
So like, I'm not positive, but I just want to see how the team looks when I do this. I do think that if you go heavy, like I do think that one draft, the first one, if I would have stopped at 3 running back, it may have looked better instead of taking. I think I took Detroit running back too. I think without that, it might look better. All right, so this is pretty ugly. I really like these 2 situations though. The other running back I had was, I'm already forgetting, Tampa Bay by week 9. So these 2 are both awesome. Yeah, I'm just going to take Seattle's. I'm perfectly fine with that. I've did Denver and Seattle both once, and I did Seattle twice. Like, they do a bell cow thing here. I know I did. Yeah, that's what I did. And
you did. You got Seattle in another one.
I feel like if Zach Charbonnet had a backfield to himself, he'd be easily a running, not a running back 1, but top 15 back. Like,
you saying Walker?
No, I was saying Zach Charbonnet.
Oh yeah, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that they end up trading Charbs at some point in the season, but or Walker. Like, I don't like. I was pretty out like on Seattle overall, but that was because of their offensive line was really bad last year, and Sam Darnold does see ghost. So that's not great for the running back, but apparently, like, people do think, like, smarter people than me do think that they have improved the offensive line a little more than I thought they had, and that, like, I guess some of them were playing injured last year, stuff like that. Like,
right,
they missed a game or 2. They never really had like the whole synchronized line at any time. So like maybe they are better. Like, I was thinking they would be bottom 5. Apparently, like, I think PFF has them in the middle-ish, like 20 to 16-ish, something like that. I think it was 18. I can't remember exactly. But if you look at like the individual grades, it did not look like it would be that high. So that's where I was doing my initial research. I looked at all the individual players and what their rating was.
Yeah, it's scary with no Geno, or just a change at quarterback. That's not better than Geno.
Well, one that has a flaw. We've seen be really bad before. We've also seen him recently be very, very good.
Right. Yeah, it could turn out good. But how much of that was him and how much of that was,
KOC?
Yeah.
I mean, that is absolutely fair. All right.
Go ahead.
For the new folks, I highly recommend this format. I won 20 free drafts on the wheel spin earlier this week. Nice. Congratulate. I heard him say something about somebody got the 20 because I got 5 yesterday. And I know that you guys were saying, yeah, somebody got 20 just the other day. So we met the man. Blazing guns. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I'm hearing reports that JJ McCarthy's not gonna be good or something. Of the talk from camps.
I have not seen that yet. I hope that's not true, but I'm not overly exposed. I'm a little overly exposed on Addison because I think he's an absolute steal right now in the other formats. I'm assuming you guys play a lot of best ball on the other sides.
This is the problem. This is the problem. Like, this just takes so much of our time. That yes, in general, yes. Like for example, I think like last year, 2 years ago, like I did I think like I maxed or close to maxed underdog and stuff like that. Like we love it.
I literally have not, and it's also ruining my perception of like ADP and player taste and all this. I haven't done one Yeah.
Oh
It's
man,
just been
Haven't had time, dude. It's
24/7 on
nuts.
this.
We're such degens. Like we love, I mean, obsessed with fantasy football. I wouldn't say maybe 1,000 drafts like you were saying,
Yeah.
but like, I mean, dude, we're doing like
well,
crazy amount of redraft, dynasty, best ball, like everything. And now it's just the time wise, it's just a little difficult.
I have no wife, no kids, never will, don't want it.
That definitely helps. That
So
definitely
like I only work 3 days a week. Like it's fine. Like it's whatever to me. Like it's just time. If I'm not doing this, I'm good. Like I put 6,000 hours into a video game over like 6 years. So like
Which game? Which game? Is it
Path
the
of
one-
Exile 2 or Path of Exile 1. 2 I hated. I absolutely hated that game. But I'm a DJ and like what I do and I do it to my max.
So
I'm out.
and you
That
don't have
looks
to.
cool. Is it like RuneScape? Kind of looks like RuneScape-ish.
Like it's basically I don't want to do that. I want to do
Sorry.
that or
Make
that.
it big. Make it big.
Yeah, I like that with the two.
Yeah, I think I like that a little more. Because you get the 2 players. Yeah, so I actually like Arizona way more, but that was I almost went with I almost got LAC back, by the way. That would have been
Wow.
fantastic. But
Was that Ace John? Was that Ace John who took it?
No, it was
Ace John
wallet number that wallet.
Ace John was joking that he's gonna take all these positions from you.
All right, so I mean, I'm perfectly fine with this. Like now, I just get all of these running backs. So I have an elite receiving core, and I should be able to flex running back every week. All of these have different bye weeks. The reason I do like Arizona more than those other 2 by a significant margin, actually. Even though you get both of them with Minnesota, I think Connor is an awesome pick. He actually catches some passes as well.
And I mean, he does have a decent like backup who had some good games towards the end of the year.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not a fan of Benson, but like he did show that he was fine at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But it was bye week issue there because they're both by week 8.
Oh, that makes sense.
I had to pull one of these up. And if Arizona would have made it back, I would have taken them for sure. But if I got Arizona there, I think that there's a tier break. Like I'm not a big Caleb Johnson believer. Like I don't think Pittsburgh's going to have an elite like a good offense. I will mix him in. I will take Pittsburgh RB some. But for what I want to do on this team specifically, like it probably would have worked just fine. I mean, if KC was gone and based on what was available, I think I do take Pittsburgh RB1 there. I like the combo of those, and I like the combo. Like, I actually really believe that Brashard Smith's going to be really good, especially in full PPR, and that's why I want him like this over that. Like, I think we could see Brashard Smith do exactly what Jared McKinnon done, but like, that maybe it's too early, and I'm a KC fan, so like, and he was a 7th round pick, right? Like, but he's been working with the first team. He's caught a couple passes from Mahomes, like already in camp. Like, he was supposed to be like a 4th round pick. A lot of these running backs that went real late, like, are much more talented. This class was just really deep, so like, I think it's fine. It's just my 4th running back, so like, it does matter who it is. I think Dallas RB1 should probably be the last one in the group. I don't know where they are. That would absolutely not. I would definitely not take Dallas RB1 over Jacksonville.
Tell them.
Like I would not do that at all myself. Like, there is no way Like I actually kind of forgot about Jacksonville. They might have been the better pick where I took. Like,
well, you picked them last time or one of the drafts, and you were saying how much you liked them.
yeah, like I think that is the other one still there? There's one that I forgot about that is still available that I think should be that they're right there. That team right there. Like I actually like them more than KC. So like I like that pick a lot. And the person who's been in all three of the drafts has been listening and they figured it out and they took him.
What?
I don't have the room to take him. So it doesn't bother me.
You
right?
don't.
Like,
You think there's 0 chance Pacheco comes back to form?
no, I think there's a chance. Like Tony Pollard off of the same injury took 2 full years to recover, right?
Right.
Like I do think it's great that his workout videos are just him being a wacky wavy guy, right? Like it's just him out there doing this over and over again. Like it's fantastic. It's like the most meme thing you could do. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, so
Travis Kelce.
no, I do.
That was the most random thing. He was in Happy Gilmore too. It was the most random thing I've ever
Yep.
seen.
Oh, was he? That's
He
awesome.
was. Yeah.
I think
Damn,
Evan
he's not a
Ingram here.
Kelsey believer. We don't have a kid.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Is he
As
really
a
a
coach,
Chiefs fan?
He
though?
was very slow last year.
Yeah. It's pretty. You're pretty much drafting the backup. I don't even think you're drafting.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
so,
he had
well,
some
there's
though, but yeah,
there's another reason I'm doing this as well. So I'll just say it out loud. If they want to snipe me, they can snipe me. But I could take Denver here, and if Bo Nix makes it back, the Denver wide receiver one's here, so they probably take Bo right there. But if Bo makes it back, that gives me a Week 17 bring back where KC wins the game with the RB, and I get the Denver tight end stack with Bo Nix, who has a rushing upside. So like what it does is it leads me into an extra possible stack. But even if I don't get Drake or Bo Nix, I just take Drake May to stack with New England wide receiver one, and I still have that bring back going. So yeah, I did that to set up the Denver running back or the Denver quarterback a little bit because he does offer a little bit of upside as well. So I don't think you have to stack, like we did in the first draft where we took Cincinnati tight end plus wide receiver 2.
But
Like,
why did you want to do that instead of just guarantee, like just do the May one? Like you like Denver QB that much more than May?
No, I have 20% May over every format, and I only have like 4% Denver.
Oh. You just thought it just made sense right there.
It made sense right here. Like basically, Evan Ingram himself in full PPR is probably a really good pick. So if I don't get Denver back, like I'm fully up for Drake May. Like I'm gonna take the ADP guy, and I can still get Drake May back. Like I might. I don't know.
Yeah, especially when they're listening.
He's had 3 kids in here. If he's it looks like you're gonna get him back. I'm a big Patriots fan. I'm surprised he doesn't have Drake May tattooed on his face by now.
Yeah, it's not even like a, what is it, the latex mask that the people wear of Drake May. It's just a full tattoo. like that's the next step, right? Like
it's
like
literally
the first step of crazy is you get that latex mask made where you're that guy. The next step is just to get your face tattooed as that guy.
I wonder if you could. Nah, you can't get a tattoo, right? That makes you look like a person.
I mean, if you add some Botox and stuff in there, you probably could. Like
Richard, I think you should try it out.
I'll take one for the team.
Yeah.
Who's
your hero?
I'll do Travis Kelce. Right? I'll take one.
You're a Mahomes or
Kelce.
Mahomes.
Yeah,
Mahomes might be a little problematic.
Oh,
yeah. So
yeah. Kelsey for sure.
Travis Kelce.
And then guess what? You get Swifty. You get Swift.
And I get Taylor Swift or a lookalike. We'll both actually tattoo a girl to look like Swift too.
So this is a really random and wild thing. A guy I work with, like it's like one of those connect things, right? But his wife, her uncle is like flies the plane for the Hunt family. Like
Oh
he
shit.
is the pilot for like the private jet for the Hunt family in KC. So like he got tickets one year to go for free, right? But it was the tickets from his uncle, so he got to sit like those season tickets are the ones right outside the owner's box, and so he got to meet and like actually talk and socialize with the Hunts, which is one of the coolest things. Like I'm super jealous. That is awesome. Like, but I'm super happy for him to get to do that. So like it's kind of wild that like the pilot apparently isn't really even a football fan. So he's just a former military guy who's got this awesome job with some super and like they're really good people. I've never heard anything bad about the Hunt family. Like some of the owners, you may hear something here or there, like R.I.P. Jim Irsay, uh, but like that's just a neat little connection story that I hadn't said yet. But I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just a guy I work with.
As a Chiefs fan, I'm also very
Wait,
jealous.
is this the first time you've ever said it in any of your streams, and you did it when SBS was with you? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
That's very sweet. That's very sweet.
Yeah. See, Drake May probably makes it back, and with Drake May plus Bo Nix, like this is awesome. And I won't have a bring back on. And to be honest, I might. Do I want to take one of the? Yeah, I think I'll just take May, lock that up. So we're gonna look at the board again.
Let's see how beautiful your team is. Let's see this.
So we got 5 more picks, and we are pretty much done at everywhere except tight end and defense. Like we got LA Rams, Atlanta, and New England wide receiver 1. Like I'm perfectly fine stopping there for this team as an experiment. I do think that this could absolutely work. With the capital invested, like if I went 3 wide receivers straight, like I would probably never do this myself. It could work, but I would at least stop at Carolina, like because only 3 of those could ever start in a single week, right? Like so, like you're losing capital somewhere. All right, so here we got. I might actually take one of the better defenses on this one, and I cannot believe San Francisco is up there. That is wild.
You like San Francisco over Houston?
No, I said I cannot believe they're that high.
Oh,
like
right.
Like San Francisco had they lost. Like, did you hear the loss in free agency number? So like the players they lost in free agency on defense signed for more than the total salary cap for one single franchise.
Jesus.
I mean, they still have some talent. Like they still have probably the best middle linebacker in the league in Fred Warner. They still have Nick Bosa, and they still lost all of that. Like, that is ludicrous. And people like I kind of wonder if they're even going to be like a lot of people are like, oh, they're a Super Bowl contender. I don't know. Like a Greenlaw, I believe he's still back. I can't remember who all they lost.
Greenlaw got. Yeah, I thought he got traded.
Maybe he's gone too. All I know is that I heard that stat and I'm like, that is absolutely wild. But yeah, I'm super jealous of the guy getting to meet the Hunts, and like he just had like an in passing conversation with them, right? But that's a pretty cool little thing for somebody who works for like anybody who just works an everyday job. Anytime you get to meet somebody, something like that, it's fantastic. Like I met David Draymond outside of a concert one day. He was not in his right mind, and he stopped me. He's like, "Do I know you?" I'm like, "I wish." Like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't want to say yes because maybe somebody owes them money, right? Like, like like I don't want to be like, oh yeah, you do. Then it turns into a bad time, right? Like it's like I hate you, like no, I'm sorry, I don't know you, like I was like no, and so the I don't even know if this is true, but uh like 6 months before that, like it was the year after I graduated. Like it was like 8 months of my first year in college. Which I dropped out after a semester because of reasons. But like I was at Chicago and I went to a concert in Chicago, and the previous year we had a guest speaker who was supposedly David Draymond's wife. Like I don't know, like is whatever, right? Like it's just something she happened to say, like not to the class, but like I was just talking afterwards because she was there for like a job functional thing, like helping people like setting up applications, stuff like that, like for high school students. And she happened to say that because I was talking about Disturbed with a buddy of mine, and so it's probably they were just probably joking or trolling. But when he said, "Hey, do I know you?" the first thought through my mind was, "I know your wife," which would be like, I like better not say that. I'm gonna not say that. Let's stop right there. Like the very first thing is like, well, I think I met your wife. Probably the wrong way to start that conversation. So there you guys go. A couple stories.
That's some legendary stories, man.
Yeah, I have a lot of stories. I believe
I think he would have been fine with that.
I mean,
what could he do?
It's one. Well, yeah, like if bad things happen, it's probably good for me.
Right.
Like
very true.
as sad as that is for the way the world works. That is true.
Yeah.
And
you would have been able to do more drafts. So
who knows what would have happened. So look at the board again. Yeah, I'm gonna go 3 tight ends and 3 defenses here. We're gonna try this out. We're gonna see how it works. We have quarterbacks are left. The only thing that would have changed it is if Atlanta quarterback's still there. If he's there later, I'll take it.
Do I want? You can get that. You can stack it right there with Atlanta tight end too.
Right, because I have I could do that, but that would mean 2 defenses, right? No, that would just be 2. Yeah, that'd be 2. Yeah, I was wrong. That's right. I can do that, and that'll just be 2 tight ends, which I think I'm fine with. I think I'm fine doing that. Like
that's juicy. I like it a lot.
Do the stack.
Mm-hmm.
So we got stacks different places. We have the week 17 bring back on this game. We have the week 17 bring back on this game. We don't have anything there. Feels pretty good. We got Houston's defense, not against the entire Chargers team like we did the first time. But yeah.
I think this is it. I think this. I really, really, really like this team a lot.
Yeah. So do you? I think and that's why you don't want to just take the player you love every time.
Right.
Like you want to mix things up.
And you want to play the board too, right?
Right.
Things fall to you sometimes,
There was a small chance Drake May makes it back. And if you hit that, like in the draft I did the last time on stream where we got Lamar Jackson in the 7th, like that, it's like I was like, I'm not going to take an elite. I've taken elite exactly. All 3.
I'm never going to do it.
I was like, I'm not going to do this because the very first draft I took both elites. I took Lamar and Bowers, and the second draft I took Jaden Daniels over Josh Allen, and then the third draft I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, and he fell to the 6th. I'm like, I was at the 4. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to do this. I'm going to stick to my guns. I said I wasn't going to do it, but this is a good price. And then he came back in the 7th. I'm like, talk me into it. I guess I'm a liar. Good job. Like I will call myself a liar. It's fine. Like if you're going to give that to somebody, like at a certain point, I think that what you said, what you committed to, like let's say you're in a regular draft and you say that you don't want Darnell Mooney because he's hurt, but then he falls 35 picks past ADP. You're like, well,
Yeah.
I think I can talk myself into it now. Best pick on the board, Cleveland defense. Congratulations, Ace.
Of course, there it is.
No, listen,
He's
There it
sniffing
is.
you, man. He's sniffing you.
Well,
He's
like what the goal here, like I think if I take a good defense, I do think the goal is to then just sprinkle in random defenses that don't have that bye week. Because like they're going to get you through, but then you're just actually the bye week probably doesn't matter at all here because all you're trying to do is hit the nuts for week 17 with one of those two. Like this is what gets you through the season, and this is what wins you the game. So that's what we're going to try here. I'm still getting used to how this works. We'll just click something at random. We'll go Tennessee. And then we'll do it again here. Tampa Bay. Which kind of go like that's actually a game script bet too. So we could just do that. We could do game script bets. We could do the running backs we have. We just attack those defenses. So in week 17, if they're doing well, if Carolina is getting shut out by Seattle, we have that right.
Sure.
So we do that. We can take Seattle's. They're the higher one. So we could take both of those, like the running backs of the team you have. Like if Kenneth Walker is smashing that week, which they're probably gonna like, I could see them smashing a week that is that's actually like in a very, very high scoring game because I've said it before. So Carolina's rush defense last year gave up 3,000 rushing yards, over 3,000 rushing yards. And the second worst rushing defense gave up 2,450 or something.
Oh my god!
It ended up, it was like over 3,550. So it was, I believe it was over 600 rushing yards difference with a 2,400. Like that is a 20%. That's a what 20% increase? Like not a 120%.
Jesus.
Right? Like kind of. Yeah, I think that's
why you don't like Carolina defense.
Yeah, no. I think that because the total points given up matters a little bit. Like I think that's the least. The thing that matters the least is the -1 for the points. If it hits the -4, I think you're screwed, right? But if you hit the -1, I think you could still easily make up for that with the defenses as well. And Seattle actually has a okay secondary. Their defensive line's not great, but we have the game script going on both of these. We have Seattle running back dominating, Bryce Young having a bad game, throws a pick. Seattle running back runs down their throat. They play ball control. It's a low scoring game because they're up 2 scores. It ends up being, yes, Carolina scores 23, 24 points, but Seattle like defense gets a pick 6, a couple sacks because they're in passing situations the whole game. And Seattle, Kenneth Walker rushes 150 yards, touchdown.
We're manifesting this. This is
there you go.
By the way,
it's that easy.
If people don't know how you win fantasy leagues, you have to manifest it.
Absolutely.
Put it out there like this.
Yeah.
And then it'll happen.
I think what you got to do is you got to actually find where the players are practicing. You need to show up. You need to give them words of encouragement. And you need to say, hey, I need 40 points from you, Jamar Chase, this week. It's week 17. You better ball. That's actionable, you know?
Yeah, there you go. I don't think I'll ever get to that level of DGen. Like I will, if I get to that level of DGen, it's time for me to stop. Now, if I go to their practice, yes. If I meet them somewhere at random, I think it's totally fair.
You've never sent a DM to,
I will never. Like I will never DM an NFL player unless they're like trying to talk to me for some reason, you know. Yeah, I really like this team. So the last stream I done 2 drafts, and I really liked the second draft. This one,
Maybe refresh.
yeah, this one I done the 3 drafts, and I really liked the third one. So it would be 603.
Mm-hmm.
So we did 601, 2, and 3. Look at that, all the 600s.
Bam.
All right,
There's
we
that
got
beauty.
Denver, New England, and Atlanta QBs all stacked. We didn't mega stack this time. We did a bigger stack with Atlanta, but we went skinny stacks with most of these. Uh, Denver, we only stacked up with the tight end. New England, we stacked up with wide receiver 1. Atlanta, we stacked up with wide receiver 1 with the bring back of LA Rams wide receiver 1. On the Denver stack, we have the bring back of KC wide receiver 1. We have Tampa Bay running back 1, Seattle running back 1, stacked with the bring back, like the game script week 17 game was Seattle Tampa Bay. We got Minnesota RB1 just hanging out there by themselves, all alone. But yeah, no, I really like this team. I think this is a really good one.
This is it. No, I do too. I think it's my favorite out of the 3, honestly.
I agree.
Yeah. Anybody in chat on X, anywhere, if you want to review before I log off, say something. If not, I will be done, and we will. I want to thank Boris and Richard for coming on. I had a good time. Like it was nice just to sit and chat with you guys for a little bit. Like
Means a lot. Likewise.
Yeah, I like to get to know people. I like to tell stories as you told or as you heard. Yeah, and I
love
like
stories.
I really like this product. Like
Stop it.
Yeah.
Stop
No.
it. No,
Like
stop
I
it.
like it because it's new. I'm not saying that 1,000, like next year when I've done 30, 40, 50 of them this year and I'm 30, 40, 50 next year, I'm going to be as enthused. I think I will. But like, I didn't think I would be that enthused with best ball in general. Like I was like, I won't be that fun. But I had 2 Best Ball Mania teams get to the semifinals out of 25 entries my first year, so I was hooked.
I will do it.
Last year did not go so well. But like, I don't mind making bigger bets and playing a higher variance as well. So there is. I do think you want to balance your portfolio, but I also don't mind the bigger bets on things either. Like I think it needs to be balanced, but you just need to do what you're comfortable with.
100% Cleveland defense. Listen, no one's gonna follow you.
Yeah,
if that's where you go, 100%. But guys, if you're watching on Twitter, please head on over to YouTube and give Who a subscribe to his channel, please. If any Banana fam are watching, would mean a lot to us.
Yeah, I will probably do it. I don't know if I'll do another one. I'll probably do another one next week. It'll probably be like a 1 draft, and then I'll head off, do something else. But I think I'm going to start doing one of these every week, at least until the season starts on stream. I will shout you guys out. I will I'll tell you beforehand, and then I will tag everybody, and then you guys can retag and all that. I really enjoy it. It was actually more fun with a guest. So,
well, yeah, we'll try if you'll have us. Maybe things will get crazier as the season goes on for us as well. But like, it would be nice, maybe if you do like 1 draft, for us to like just join 1 draft or something one of these days. That'd be really awesome. If you'd have us, So
yeah, I mean, anytime I'm doing these, as long as I don't have a different guest scheduled,
of course,
you guys are always welcome to jump in. So
thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Hope you kill it in our contest and all the other contests as well, man.
Appreciate it. Oh, peace, everybody. I go live at 4 p.m. Central every Monday through Thursday, between 6:45 and 7 p.m. on Sunday nights Central as well. Love to have you as a fan. I love doing it. Peace.
Thanks so much. Peace.
Peace.